to me. I was born here, raised here, educated here, and I'm committed to making this a better city. Join the home of Milwaukee's realest conversations where you can speak your truth. We are the new 101.7 The Truth. Milwaukee, Black Talk.
Truth Nation, stand up and tap in. This is 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 101.7 The Truth News Update.
Hi everyone, I'm Melanie Ricks with your news update. A criminal complaint shows that a Milwaukee police detective is facing a count of fourth-degree sexual assault and a count of disorderly conduct for allegedly groping a woman at a bar. The maximum amount of time he could face in prison for the two offenses is 1 year. The detective, whose wife was reportedly sick in the bathroom during his altercation with the victim, is accused of making several sexual advances in which he touched the victim in private areas. Detective Travis Jung was brought into custody near the Black Swan MKE events venue at Water Street in Buffalo around 12:30 a.m. on January 20th of 2022. The Milwaukee Police Department confirmed that it's investigating a sexual assault in this time frame, referring to Detective Jung as an off-duty MPD member. He was placed on full suspension when Milwaukee police began their investigation. Records show that he was released on a $250 cash bail later that morning, and details of the investigation are being forwarded to the Milwaukee County District Attorney's Office, although no charges have been formally submitted yet. After nearly a century in Milwaukee, Master Lock is reportedly set to shut down its manufacturing plant at 32nd and Center. The union says that it means hundreds of workers will be out of a job. United Auto Workers local chapter president Mike Bink confirmed that Master Lock employees were told on Wednesday afternoon that they will only have a job until the fall. According to the union, Master Lock told employees that they will stay employed until October and operations will completely ramp down by March. That means 333 jobs will be lost. Master Lock has not made any public comments about the closure.
This was the news update on 101.7 The Truth. The Tori Lowe Show is next here on the new 101.7 The Truth.
We need each other.
That's facts.
I need my sisters. I need my brothers out here.
A coward dies 1,000 deaths, and for all the bootlickers, may you die 1,001.
The place for the realest conversations.
Tori Lowe want all the action, or you want all the smoke? I'm with all that smoke too, man.
I just seen Ron Johnson. He trash. Chisholm is trash. How the hell you here to help us and your kids are dying in the street?
I understand that this is Milwaukee and everyone believes that if someone say something, it's snitching. It's not.
I don't care if it's the pastor. If you see the pastor ain't acting right, you check that fool. Where's the results?
Talking topics that need to be highlighted and discussed in our communities.
Would you trade places with a black person?
Yeah, sure. No, I would not.
Have you ever said the N-word? Come on, be the truth. We on the truth.
Unfiltered and unfazed. This is the Tori Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth and The Truth app.
The reason I believe the racism is getting worse is because whites know that they will be outnumbered in about 20, 21 years. They're going to be outnumbered.
Hey, Tori, man. How are you doing, brother? I'm actually from India. We brown people can totally relate with you. Sometimes it's like, did that just happen to me?
We have to not let the government mind us either.
That cop ain't never been brought to the public because he ain't normal, and he may not even exist no more.
Say no more. Release the video.
You know, you keep on doing what you're doing, man. You're going to take over this talk radio, man. Just keep on focusing on what you're focusing on. I wish you a lot of love.
God bless you, brother.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio in Milwaukee, here is Tori Lowe.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tori Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tori Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
101.7 The Truth. Tori Lowe Show, live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue, and I'm here for the action.
And none but that action.
And I want all the smoke.
Who wants to smoke today?
Salute to my brothers and sisters on the front lines. The marathon continues.
The movement continues.
How you doing, DJ Brother Z?
It's Thursday.
And how y'all doing out there in Radio Land, Truth Nation? Hey, thank you for joining me this Thursday, May 25th, 2023. Hey, we usually have Hometown Music Thursdays. Salute to Ben Jammin'. But today is our Missing Person Special. Our Missing Person Special, the second annual Missing Person Special right here on 101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show, award-winning Missing Person Special. And you know what? I'm going to take y'all on a journey of how we have to deal with the missing people in our community. And many times we have to do it ourselves. So I'm going to talk to organizers and family and let y'all understand how it is from a frontline perspective when it comes to the missing people in our community, Truth Nation. So I'm going to need y'all to open up your ears because I got a guest on the lines. I got Vera Giles Norris on the lines, advocate, organizer for Missing People Please Come Home Global. How you doing, Queen?
I am awesome. I'm every bit of amazing, and I turn around on purpose because I constantly get better. What about yourself, sir?
Hey, look, I'm feeling powerful because we can have this great conversation about regular people doing extraordinary things when it comes to the missing in our communities. And you've been an advocate for a long time. And once again, Truth Nation, Vera Giles Norris is out of Chicago. She's an activist and advocate out of Chicago. And I want you to let the people know, how did you get involved in dealing with the missing people?
Wow. You know what? First of all, Tory Lowe, we on radio, so we kind of unfiltered and unfaked. So if I can say, you know what, my brother, the story about how I got started is one that literally has taken me about 5 years just to get it out my mouth and to tell. Well, I first started on radio myself. The Cat's Out Show, letting that cat out the bag. And I did the Cat's Out Show roughly for about 5 years. And it was when I was in the hospital with my mother. And the doctors had just given me the news that my mother had terminal illness and that she had less than 3 months to live. They found lung cancer at its final stages. And while I was in the hospital dealing with that news, you know, God works in mysterious ways, right? So my phone rang. And when my phone rang, I don't even know why I answered the phone. I was hoping that it was God telling me, aha, you being pranked. This is not really real. So I answered my phone right there where I was on the side of the bed with my mom, and I had it on speakerphone. And it was a young lady from Atlanta that called me, and she said, Vera, is this Vera? I said, it is. And she said, I'm in Atlanta. You don't know me. She said, but I just came out of prayer and meditation. And she said, the Holy Spirit asked me to call you. I have a cousin that's missing. She's 13 years old. She's been missing for over 32 days. And she's from Chicago. And God said that you will help me. And I looked at the phone and said, now I know I got to be being pranked. I said, no, I can't help you. And I hung up the phone. I hung up the phone, Tory. My mother looked over at me. And she said, baby, call that girl back and let her know you will help her. And I cried, Tory. I said, Mom, do you hear what the doctors just told us? How is it possible for you to think that I can help anybody right now when we need help ourselves? And she said, baby, the only way God don't help you is to extend your olive branch and to be willing to be a help to other people. And because I was obedient to my mother, I called the young lady back, and I went into the intensive care unit, because I was in the intensive care unit at that time. And I called her back, and I called another partner of mine, a guy by the name of Martin G. Johnson, and I told him I was going to need his help. Long story short, we started a search party for the young lady the very next day. We had over 500 people that came out. And within less than 2 hours, we knocked on doors, kicked down doors, did everything we needed to do. And we found that young lady and got her back.
Powerful.
That's my story. I know it was a long one, but you know what? To God be the glory. That really is my story.
But that's how it happens. It ain't it's nothing magical about it. It's a commitment. And like you said, you had to get organized. You had to bring the team together. And when you said you had to knock on doors and kick down, I understood it. I understood what has to happen when we go and looking for our people. It's just what it is. A lot of people don't understand when you out there on the front lines, you going through the blocks. And sometimes some of these areas are dangerous areas.
And Tori, can I say this? I can't make this up. I just looked at my time. It's 111. I lost my mother on January the 11th of 2019, 111 of 2019. So for me to look at the clock and see 111 right now, and for you to ask me that question in this moment, and for me to be talking about my mother, I could assure you that, everything is happening in divine time and in divine perfectness. And with as many missing people, it's an alarming amount of missing people, Tori. I'm just a regular girl doing some extraordinary stuff through the grace of God, because we are all we have. And if we can't come together to help each other, who do we think gonna do the job?
Nobody. Hey, powerful. And when it comes to dealing with the missing, a lot of people don't understand it takes a lot of time and energy. Even when the police is involved, they talk about how long it takes for search parties, and they don't got enough resources to put together a search party, and they got half of the city budget. But we as regular advocates that get out here, and we don't get paid to do this, But the thing is, it's something that we have to learn to do. We can't expect others to to help our pain. We got to get out here, roll our sleeves up many times, inconvenienced, and do it.
Man, Tori, you talking about paid. Matter of fact, I've not gotten any type of money from the government to do what I do. I am now a 501c3, let that be told.
Mm-hmm.
But people expect you to do what you do. Mm-hmm. They pay you. You lucky to get a thank you when you done working. It costs it costs advocates money to do what we do. Not only does it cost us money, it costs us time, it costs us energy. People expect you to do it.
Right.
I got people call me before they call the police. Sorry, you know it. They call you before they call the police.
Facts. It's the truth. And when I met you, you had always had a beautiful spirit of working for the people, and I tell people, you got to have a spirit. It's because sometimes you ain't going to feel like going out and making those sacrifices and knocking on them doors and listening to the family on the phone, talking about their issues and what's happening. And as an advocate that's called, many are called, but only a few is chosen. Even if you don't feel like doing it, you got to hit the block.
Most of the time, Tori, I don't feel like it. To be honest with y'all, if you go back and hear me when I first said, I didn't even want to answer the call. I didn't want to, right. I know I hung up because it ain't easy. But I can only look at my mother's eyes because, see, one thing about Mama, when she said move, a lot of times she may not have gave you a second opportunity to tell you again. And when I seen that look in her eyes, and when she said what she said, I wasn't asking no questions. I know that I had to answer the call. And a lot of times I don't want to be bothered because it's heart-wrenching. And that ain't a word, put it in the dictionary. It is time-consuming. It's stressful. And being a mother myself is unimaginable. But and listen, everybody we deal with, they ain't the type of people that I would even hang with on a regular day. And now I got to connect with some of these people to help them find their loved ones, because it's not just about me and what I want to do, it's what I was called to do. And so I just answer the call.
Now
that's what it's about.
I was going to ask you. I was going to ask you a question. How do you work with law enforcement agencies and other organizations to help find the missing people? Are the police involved when you go out there to try to look for the missing person?
Well, I'll say this. I respect the police. I respect their job, and I respect their calling. Sometimes they are. Most of the time they are not. And here's why. Because we don't have the police at our beck and call. But what I don't do is I don't overstep my bounds and profess myself to be a doctor or a police officer.
Mm-hmm.
So I stay within my lane. And if we need to call the police, we do. And as you already know, we've called the police before and they answer. But when it's concerning a missing person, and depending on the parent and the energy behind the parent and the loved ones and finding their missing people, the police can't go all around everywhere. You know, they got to stay within their jurisdiction, within their lane. So we may be here 1 hour, get a tip, go somewhere else the next hour. Look at you, Tory Lowe. You was in Milwaukee, jumped in your car, came to Chicago, then jumping back and forth. What? Police ain't going to be working on your time schedule.
Right.
Now, again, because I know we got people listening, we never overstep our bounds. And I don't profess myself to be a police officer or a doctor.
Right.
But we do what we can do just to make a difference. Period.
And I can't arrest nobody. I can't arrest nobody. I always tell people I need all of the entities in the community to work fine. People always say that I don't like certain agencies because I speak out about some of the atrocious tragedies that happen from some of these agencies. But I need the cops to do their job when it comes to missing, when it comes to violence, when it comes to things that are safety issues in the neighborhood. I like it when they work right. I like it when they do their job. So I don't have a problem with that. The problem is I have a problem with the underbelly of some of these systems. And then sometimes many cases where young black girls or issues with young black teens, they get ignored, and we got to make a lot of noise to generate the interest for the service or for the resource.
Wow. You know what, Tory, you so on point, my brother. And you said this is kind of, it is unfake, it's unfiltered, right?
Right.
So the reason why I don't point the finger at one particular place is because we've been out here on this battlefield, shoes off sometimes, so we had to kick our shoes off, right?
Mm-hmm.
And before I can go pointing the finger at the police, before I can start pointing the finger at the government or whoever else hired,
right?
I can't help but get past the household, because some things got to be nipped in the bud from with the family within the household.
Mm-hmm.
Then I can't get past the neighbors, because we asking the neighbors, well, what did you see? What did you hear? What did you see? People close their doors and shut their windows. And then I can't get past, the friend. Well, that's your friend. And so before I can start pointing the finger back and telling, the police, you ain't doing your job, or telling, the government or the system, you ain't doing your job, we always have to point the finger back at the man in the mirror and say, well, what are you doing? And then look within the household and say, well, what were y'all doing? Then look at the neighbors and saying, well, what are you doing? And who's going to come out and help? And you'll be surprised on how many people keep their doors closed and keep their windows shut.
Hey, look.
And so then we want somebody else to.
I had people that didn't want me to. I do cleanups every year, and there's people that didn't want me to even clean their yard up. You know what I mean? So the mistrust and the family turmoil is off the charts sometimes in the neighborhoods. And the thing is, we have to. It's going to take a multitude of people to really resolve a lot of the issues in our neighborhood. The responsibility don't lean on any one particular idea. It takes everything to move in the circle to really make a difference, to really make a change. And sometimes as advocates, we can get the community swirling in the circle. We can get everybody out, for the cause to start looking, but we also need these agencies to perform well as well. Once we can get those ideas generated, now we need the police or some other ideas to try to pitch in, because we can't bust in there and just take somebody, without putting our lives in danger many times.
Oh, yeah. Just going in some of these neighborhoods, just going in there without even knocking on the door. Sometimes you got to, you got to be looking over your shoulders because you don't know what you're walking into.
No, you don't.
But again, Corey, what I realized, and even in talking to you, and again, congratulations on your many accomplishments, because you've been on this battlefield for a long time. If we were to be honest, it's so much bigger than us.
Right.
It's so much bigger than us that not only do we need to collaborate with one with another, we also need the resources, because even after we find these missing people, man, Tori, we know that we have to make.
That's a whole nother ball game.
Yeah.
Once again, Truth Nation, I'm on the lines with advocate and organizer of Missing Please Come Home Global, Vera Giles Norris.
Global alert.
Hey, look, I mean, when we come back, I want to talk about Armani Chambers. I want to hear your side of what happened with Armani Chambers when we first came together in Chicago to find Armani Chambers when she went missing from Milwaukee, because she was missing from Milwaukee for 30 days. And when we got down to Chicago, it was a lot of moving parts going on, but we were able to get the end result, which is bringing her back home to Milwaukee. I want to ask your side. I want to hear your version of Armani Chambers. Truth Nation, this is the Tori Lowe Missing Person Special. We're going to have more conversations when we come back. Stay locked in right here on Tori Lowe.
And that's Tori Lowe, bringing you all the action and all the smoke. Don't touch that dial. The Tori Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Tune in to the new 1017 The Truth Business Spotlight this Thursday at 3:57 p.m. between The Tori Lowe Show and Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. We will be speaking with Jim Brzezinski, partner and attorney at Tabak Law, and as Memorial Day approaches, we will speak with Jim about why Tabak Law is so passionate about fighting for veterans' benefits. So again, that is the Business Spotlight with Tabak Law this Thursday at 3:57 p.m. on the new 1017 The Truth.
On the Rocks Premium Cocktails offer modern twists on the classic cocktails. Developed by award-winning mixologists, the On the Rocks cocktails combine premium spirits and natural ingredients. Wherever you are, On the Rocks Premium Cocktails give you the convenience of bar-quality cocktails created with brands that you know and trust, like the Effin' Cosmopolitan and Hornitos Margarita. Pour over ice and enjoy. Please drink responsibly. On the Rocks ready-to-serve cocktails, 20 to 35% alcohol by volume.
It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the new 1017 The Truth. Here is Denise Thomas with her truth.
The term diversity, equity, and inclusion has been at the forefront of many employers over the past 20 years, and even more so amplified since the release of the murder of George Floyd's video went viral. And for many of us that work in predominantly white environments, As members of Black or brown communities or traditionally marginalized communities, it's hard to understand exactly how I fit, how I adopt, and how I demonstrate the components of diversity, equity, inclusion. And more importantly, how am I on the receiving end? This is where communication and open dialogue is so important regarding this subject matter. It cannot and should be not treated as an extracurricular activity. It is a vital component in any business growth objectives, revenue generation, and more importantly, hiring and retaining a diverse pipeline of talented individuals. Have the conversations with your leader. Have the conversations with your direct reports. Have the conversations with people who make decisions on hiring, on culture, and promoting within. This is important. It will not go away. And we need to make sure that we're having the conversation so that everyone, regardless of how they identify, is embraced and feels a sense of belonging and knows that even throughout challenges or setbacks, they belong and they can win. That is the power. That is the truth. Use your voice. It is valuable and it deserves to be heard. That's a part of equity and inclusivity demonstrated within the workplace.
This has been Truth Takes on the new 1017 The Truth. Listen to The Truth Be Told with DT and Telly weekdays from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. You are tapped into the Tory Lowe Show Missing Person Special on the new 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Make you know they shall like it. I don't want nobody to give my matter kill. For this life I want to be celebrated. Don't wanna waste my days, I want to spend them on enjoyment. It's plenty.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Tory Lowe Missing Person Special. Hey, look, we on the lines with Vera Giles Norris, an advocate organizer out of Chicago who runs an organization, Missing People Please Come Home Global. And I wanted to ask you a question about what happened with Imani Chambers. Why did you get involved when we were out there in Chicago to help search for Imani Chambers? And this was back a few years back, around June of 2018.
Wow. Well, Tory Lowe, first of all, I saw you out here in the Chicago area with a mother looking for Imani Chambers. And when I saw you, I contacted you and was like, wait a minute, hold on, what's going on?
Right.
And you told me the story. You said, listen here, we out there, we looking, da-da-da. You were back in Milwaukee at the time. So I said, listen, can you connect me with the mother? Because I don't mind helping. You connected me with Bonnie. I gave her a call. I believe on that day that I gave her a call, you were doing something else in Milwaukee, something big you were taking care of. And you said, I can't get there with you all on, this certain date and time, which was the following day. But her and I made connections. She had to get a oil change or something like that before she left Milwaukee. She met me on the west side of Chicago, and we were in the hood. I met her at a gas station. And when I seen the look, the fear, and the terror on her face as a mother, I looked at her and I said, don't worry. We're going to get you. We're going to find your daughter. We're going to do everything we need to do to find this baby. Because one thing about looking for a missing person is nothing like a mother's instinct. And so we got out there. I went live as we started to, look at the very location where she had received a phone call from her daughter. We was right there at that gas station. I called, again, Martin G. Johnson, the crime chaser, came on out, a few more advocates. And once they saw us live, people started coming out from the north, the south, the east, and the west. People were coming out.
And we were in a part of Chicago that wasn't the best side of Chicago many times.
What? Did you hear me say we was in the hood? In the don't play with the? Are you kidding me? We was definitely in that area, Tory. story, but they ain't coming to play with you.
Right.
Right? And we was on the corner. And so, long story short, people started talking. And before we knew it, you know, we were in the Family Dollar store where they let us even see the videotapes and cameras. You know, we talked to a young man that even took us to his house, and he had the clothing of Armani Chambers.
Right. Handed us some clothes.
Lied. So all of this, he had her clothes. Mother got a chance to smell her baby clothes.
Man.
You know, we witnessing all of this in real time. And then before we know it, some more people start talking and some more people start talking. And then as we're live, tips start coming in from the people that was watching our live. And then next thing we know, Lord have mercy, her name slips me. But one of the ladies that was there, somebody reached out, and they was doing some back channeling and some talking. And let me stop here. But before we found Armani Chambers, I told Bonnie, I said, it's something about 3:33. Holy Spirit just revealed to me that 3:33, something magical is going to happen at 3:33 a.m. So just hold on. We close. And then before we know it, people start saying, oh, we seen the little girl. We seen her here. She over in Inglewood. She over here. She over there. And then late, early that morning, somebody dropped Armani Chambers off, met with one of the other advocates, and I think they met at a White Castle. They met somewhere on the south side.
Mm-hmm.
They got Armani Chambers. You guys went on over to the police station, whatever hospital. Y'all picked her up. And by the time Bonnie got in your car from that long 24-hour day, that's because it was from the morning all the way up until that night. And by the time she got into the vehicle, after they had located Armani, and I can't remember if y'all had her with y'all or if y'all was on y'all way to the hospital. I can't recall right now. But
we took her to the hospital.
When she talked to me, y'all took her to the hospital. When she got in that car and she called me, it was exactly 3:33 a.m. And
wow.
That's what time it was. And I know it, Bonnie know it, and we know what we had spoke on earlier that day. Well, not that day, but the day before, because this happened, we were there all night. It took a lot of teamwork. It was a lot of people out there with a lot of negotiation. But first of all, Tori, again, back to you. You came all the way from Milwaukee, all the way over here in the hood on the west side of Chicago, and I saw you first. And then once I saw you, that's when I came back the following day and met that mother and said, I got you. I made a phone call, her and I talked, and we bonded. And when like I said, to repeat, when I saw the look in her face, I said, again, to God be the glory, because I'm going to do what I got to do to help you. And we got that baby home.
Powerful.
And, yeah, I can go into details.
Powerful.
But it wasn't easy.
Hey, look, is there before we go to break and because we gotta run a break, give me your last words on helping missing people.
First of all, let me say the name of the group because we're on Facebook. Let me say it correctly. It's Missing Please Come Home Global Alert. Global Alert. Missing Please Come Home Global Alert. My take is you got to say something. If you see something, you must say something. And don't be afraid to help somebody that's in need because you never know when you may need to help yourself. So it's the law of reciprocity. Be willing to give a helping hand and watch a helping hand come back to you. May not come from where you extended it from, but I guarantee you it'll come back from someplace where you need it.
Powerful. Hey, look, I appreciate you for being on the front lines. Vera Giles Norris, advocate, organizer for Missing Please Come Home Global Alert out of Chicago. I appreciate you for joining us for the second annual Missing Person Special. I appreciate you, everything you do, everything you have done. God is going to bless you tremendously for advocating for the for the people, and we appreciate you, Queen. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll be joined on the lines by a mother whose daughter is still missing out of Racine, Wisconsin. We're going to talk to Miss Hill when we get back, the mother of Lashiki Hill. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. This is your Financial Empowerment Minute on the new 1017 The Truth, presented by Northwestern Mutual.
Because I got people who want to live off of $10,000 a month. And then I got people who say 4 is enough, right? Whatever it is, we want to make sure that, again, you have a plan and you know what it's going to take to get there. What resources do you have? Is it a 401k? Do you have a pension? Do you have, stocks or, outside money? How are we going to fund it, right? Because that's a big thing, too. A lot of people think, okay, well, I'm just going to dump money into my 401k and build it as long as I can, and then I'll be set. But taking money out and distributing it the right way is 10 times more important than accumulating it, because you got to think about the taxes. You got to think about a lot of other things.
Tune into The Truth every month for our financial empowerment interviews with Northwestern Mutual.
May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and Penfield Children's Center Behavior Clinic is now accepting new patients in Milwaukee and Waukesha counties. Serving children up to age 6, Penfield's in-home mental health treatment model addresses behavior concerns and provides therapy for traumatic or stressful events. Their evidence-based model teaches parents and caregivers new skills and responses to address their child's challenging behaviors or emotional concerns. Visit penfieldchildren.org/behavior-clinic for more information or to request a free phone consultation.
Are you looking for an opportunity to better the Milwaukee community? Do you want to develop your skills for a career or job? City Year Milwaukee is recruiting for its 14th cohort of AmeriCorps members. We are hiring young adults ages 18 to 25 to serve our amazing scholars in Milwaukee Public Schools. This opportunity allows you to serve your community and gain professional development, which will allow you to enter the workforce, your next educational journey, or even stay with us for a second year of service. Visit cityyear.org to connect with our local recruiters and learn how to apply.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
Stop. That dog does not want to be petted.
Just a little heads up before something bad happens.
Move your coffee cup away from your computer.
Oh, no.
So you can have more control.
Stop. You're texting your boss by mistake.
Uh-oh. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Warning, the cap is loose on that ketchup.
Ugh. Don't wait. You have the power to change the outcome. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Greg Matzik. Block 1 of organized team activities wrapping up today for the Green Bay Packers. Quarterback Jordan Love settling in on the field and as a leader.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's one of those things, just keep building it every day, stepping up as a leader more and talking more, just being more vocal with guys.
Block 2 of organized team activities begins May 30th. Brewers begin a 4-game series against the Giants tonight at American Family Field. Milwaukee working off back-to-back shutout wins over the Astros. They begin today 2 games up on the Pirates for first place in the NL Central. Here tonight's game on 620 WTMJ with coverage beginning at 6:05. And in the NBA, it's the Heat and Celtics, Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Finals. A Miami win puts them in the NBA Finals against the Denver Nuggets. This sports update presented by Associated Bank, proudly supporting our hometown teams. Member FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show Missing Persons Special on the new 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
By my child. Pleading with the public Tuesday, Georgia Hill recalls the last moment she saw her daughter, Lashiki Hill, the morning of Sunday, March 26th.
I watched her walk around the corner and walk away, and I ain't seen my child since that day.
Later that night, on the eve of her birthday, around 10:45 p.m., Racine police say she was last spotted near Douglas Avenue in Hamilton Street.
For it to have absolutely no contact from her for even a period of 48 hours was very unusual, and as time has gone on, it's become more and more concerning.
She was likely wearing white pants or leggings and had a black purse with gold rhinestones. She may also have on a long blonde wig. Back in 2017, 12 News spoke with Lashiki Hill about crime in her neighborhood.
Like, this neighborhood is just horrible, and they need to clean it up. You can hardly walk. Every night is gunshots.
Now, her family and police are asking the public to speak up.
Even if you think it's a minuscule detail that doesn't matter, it does. It may just be the piece that we need.
Right now, police are unsure if Hill is in Racine or elsewhere.
To answer one way or the other, we simply don't know.
How challenging is that as a police department?
It is very challenging.
Challenging for police and Hill's family, searching for answers.
I think something happened to my child, and I'm gonna find out. And I'm not stopping until I find out what happened to my child. So all these cowards that touch my child, they can get ready, because I serve an awesome God, and he is gonna reveal.
Hannah, people can call the police department or Crime Stoppers to provide information, but there's another way people can contribute to a reward fund.
Right, Kristen, a nonprofit called the Fight to End Exploitation helped set this all up. They say right now people can donate to the Lashiki Hill Reward Fund at any educator's credit union. There are a couple other ways to donate, and we'll be sure to put that information on our website, WISN.com.
Hey, look, we are joining me on the lines is Lashiki Hill's mother, Georgia Hill. How you doing, Queen?
Well, I ain't doing too good today. Not at all.
Now, we talked many times about what was going on out in Racine, but can you tell the audience a little bit more about Lashiki Hill, what type of person she was?
Yes, my daughter Lashiki Hill was an outgoing person. You know, she like a flaunt. You know what I'm saying? Like, she gonna show you, like, if she bought something new or whatever, she's gonna flaunt it and let people know. She's gonna put it on Facebook. She's gonna be around where people can see her. She's gonna stay in the neighborhood. You know, she's an outgoing person, period. A fun person to be around.
How did you first become aware of her disappearance?
Because I know my child. Because I had posted a stat up there for her birthday up there, and she usually would heart me on it or something. So I got up the next morning to see what she said on there. But I looked on there, it wasn't nothing said on there. So her and my grandmother's birthday, may she rest in peace, is the same day. So I went to my grandmother's stat. She didn't never say nothing on there, and I know for sure she do it every year. They always celebrate it. So I called her baby daddy and asked him, have you heard from him? He said, nope, money's still on his cash app from her last night. Oh, I knew something was wrong there, because Lashiki would have took that money off that night. So, and plus, my grandson, her 12-year-old son, kept calling her that morning to tell her happy birthday, and her oldest son. She never responded. I went to her Facebook page. I looked. Nothing showed on there of her birthday. I knew something was wrong.
And this was,
I know her like a book.
And this was her birthday, where you knew she was going to be involved with the family, everybody trying to make plans to get out, do X, Y, and Z.
Yes. I know she was going to go out. She had called a cousin of hers and told her she'll be over there. She never made it.
Wow.
She never made it. And then another thing is, now we have Crime Stopper money, and I'm pissed at them, because it's been over a month. They still ain't put her out here yet.
What you mean, like have done her story?
No, we have gave them Crime Stopper money. Well, people have took up collection around our neighborhood. They gave it to Crime Stoppers, and that's been like over 3 weeks now. But now, mind me, they have not posted a number to call. They have not even put it out here. So I got.
So you saying that? Hold on. You're saying that you paid Crime Stoppers money? I mean,
Yes.
Can you explain that?
Yes.
Can you explain what you mean?
They took a collection, and they went. The ones that took the collection took it to Crime Stopper, met with the boss, whoever Crime Stopper, and the exploitation people. They signed a contract and gave them a cashier check.
How much?
It's been 3 weeks. Two is supposed to be up. It was $1,010, but Crime Stopper decided to match the $1,010.
Okay, so that's how they work. This is for
Right.
reward money.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's supposed to be $2,020 from them. But the thing is, they haven't even posted it. It's been over 3 to 4 weeks now. We can't get in touch with them. The exploitation people trying to get in, the one that set that educator account up,
right?
Because money's in there. So they trying to reach out to them through emails, through everything. All they said they was working on it. That was 3 weeks ago.
Oh, wow.
As quick as possible.
Oh,
it
wow.
still isn't out here. Nobody knows where to call. Nobody knows nothing. And it's pissing me off because this could have led to my child. This could, all this time. This been
I
a month
thought Crime
now.
Stoppers were supposed to be the people that was helping out.
Exactly. Make me think they don't want to find my child.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this is very frustrating with me. They still haven't did it today. So I had one of the exploitation ladies about 4 or 5 days ago reach out. All they coming up with something saying they emailed her. It was the wrong email. But she said no. They checked. She's emailed them several times. It's not no wrong email. It's an excuse every time. They not put my child.
All right, so this is what I'll do. After the show, I'm going to call Crime Stoppers and try to figure out what's going on, okay?
Right.
All right, I'll do that for
Yes,
you. I'll do that for you and your family to try to figure out what the status is, because that's very important. I don't like the sounds of that, but I'll figure that out. I'll try to figure what took place. But how has the impact of your daughter being missing, what kind of stress has this had on the family?
Wow. This family right here, this I wish this on no one. Let me tell you, we going through something so bad. It's myself. I'm gonna speak for myself, for instance. Every day is a challenge for me. Every day, not knowing my daughter's out there, and somebody had the decency to throw my daughter away like a dog. Let me tell y'all something. And I don't care what the police saying or whatever. My child was killed. And they know this, but they're not giving all information. But we have some little stuff that knows she was killed.
Oh, wow.
And the person that took her, and let me tell you, she's not in Racine. She's not. They took her somewhere and threw my child like she was an animal, and they must pay. They must. And how do a person go into someone's house that you have footage of going in there and never coming out?
So you're saying
I
that
even have the
there's
video
evidence
of that myself.
You're saying that there's evidence that your daughter went into a place but never came out that place.
Never came out. Exactly.
And the police understands this information as well.
They understand it and they has it and they knows it.
Wow.
Yes, they do. And for them and the person that she was last seen at, they went over there and did whatever they did, the raid or whatever it was, took the vehicles and did all this, took evidence out of there. So, like I said, I can't say too much because, like I said, there's some stuff at the crime lab that's getting looked at right now. But knowing a person go in there and doesn't come out now, but then he sit back telling all kind of lies. How she got out to different people that's close to us. She left out the front door. She went out the back door. He dropped her off. Which one is it? Then we had a fundraiser the other day. Okay, I don't call him cowards. I don't call them out. But tomorrow is my birthday. Make 2 months. that my daughter's been missing. Okay, now that's the 26th. I've been calling you out from day one, calling you the cowards and all. Now, all of a sudden, this fundraiser, you're scared to get up on our set when my 12-year-old son gets on there speaking, pleading for his mother. And my sister and brothers and all of us the first time they got on there. And you get up on our set and start talking about my daughter?
The person that's involved in the situation where that your daughter went into his house allegedly and never came out. And, and you have this video.
Yes.
But
I have the video. Yes, I do.
And he's taunting the family. So you saying he's taunting the family on social media?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yes, everybody thinks that. He tried to throw them off on us. This what he did. He went up on I repeat, when we had the fundraiser for Lashika. He wanted the people to start saying lies on me, for one thing, talking about I left my kids with my mother, left with a man's dog. Stuff that wasn't irrelevant, and was he lying on it? He didn't get it. I told him to get the facts.
Well, Queen, when we come back, we got to run the break. When we come back, I'm gonna let you finish up. Once again, Truth Nation, I'm on the lines with Georgia Hill, the mother of Lashiki Hill, missing out of race scene, been missing for 2 months now. When we come back, I want to know, how can we as a community help you, Miss Hill? We're going to continue with the missing person special right here on the Tory Lowe Show. Stay locked in.
Truth Nation, Gruber Law Offices and The Truth have raised the stakes for this year. The One Call, That's All Gruber Cash giveaway is now a $5K giveaway. Yes, you heard it right. $5,000 giveaway. Every weekday on 1017 The Truth, you will have the chance to be entered to win the $5K giveaway. Listen to The Truth for the One Call, That's All cue to call for your chance to win $5,000. Gruber Law Offices, One Call, That's All. Visit 1017thetruth.com for official contest rules.
Hey Truth fans, it's Dee Kemp, Vice President of Programs for Axe Housing. I am so excited to give you some information about how we can help you and your family reach the dream of owning your own home. At Axe Housing, we know you may be struggling to buy your own home due to financial strain, or maybe you don't even know how to get started on the path to home ownership. This is where Axe Housing can help. We will provide you with your own home buying coaching team who will help you with the entire home buying process from start to finish. That includes the home search, the loan process, and the big closing day on your dream home. Why rent when you can own? Here at Axe Housing, we help prepare families for successful home ownership. Stop paying rent and start building wealth. Reach out to our Axe Housing team today because we believe in you and we know home ownership can be within your reach. Visit us today at axehousing.org to get started. That's ACTShousing.org.
Life's better with an auto policy from American Family Insurance. No matter what dreams you're driving towards. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto coverage at the right price. You'll also save up to 23% when you bundle auto with home. American Family Insurance. Get a quote, find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
On the Rocks Premium Cocktails offer modern twists on the classic cocktails. Developed by award-winning mixologists, the On the Rocks cocktails combine premium spirits and natural ingredients. Wherever you are, On the Rocks Premium Cocktails give you the convenience of bar-quality cocktails created with brands that you know and trust, like the Effin' Cosmopolitan and Hornitos Margarita. Pour over ice and enjoy. Please drink responsibly. On the Rocks ready-to-serve cocktails, 20 to 35% alcohol by volume.
Locked inside every Wisconsinite is a unique code that's shaped by your genetics, environment, and lifestyle. This code not only makes you uniquely you, it also holds clues as to whether you may be predisposed to certain illnesses like diabetes, cancer, or depression. And when you join the All of Us research program, you can get to know your health by receiving health information that matters to you. To learn more, visit allofus.wisc.edu or call 888-294-2661.
You are listening to the Tori Lowe Show Missing Persons Special on the new 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Sometimes I'm happy, sometimes I'm sad. I don't know what's over me. Sometimes I'm good, sometimes I'm wild. I don't know what's over me.
1017 The Truth, Tori Lowe Show Missing Person Special. Joining me on the lines, Georgia Hill, her daughter Lashiki Hill, missing out of Racine, Wisconsin. I got a question for you, Miss Hill. What can the community do to help you and your family right now?
Well, the community can. Well, I'll put it like this. This is a very hurtful situation right here. Now, what the community can do is speak, because I know somebody out there knows something, If they don't want to talk to the police, call my number, 262-997-7569. Talk to me. But I know somebody knows something. It's too quiet out here. We was born and raised in this north side in Racine right here. And we know it's some outsider because no matter. They got to be stupid because my family's all around and everybody knows us around this community. And there's nobody around here that would have hurt my child. So I know it's some outsiders. That's why I know the person she went in, I'm not dumb. I'm not dumb that she never returned out. But I asked them, I'm pleading with them, if they don't want to talk to the police, if they don't want to talk to the investigators, talk to me. Talk to the mama. The mama willing to hear y'all. All I want is my child to lay her to rest. Please just listen to what I'm telling y'all. Y'all don't know what I'm going through every day. Y'all don't know. My brothers, my sisters, the aunties, her grandkids. She got grandkids. She got a 12-year-old son I'm going to court for tomorrow to be my guardian. These hurt. Do y'all want to see the hurt in my grandkids' face? Do y'all understand? This could be y'all. Talk. Speak.
Miss Hill, I'm definitely just admiring your strength, standing in the gap for your loved one. And I appreciate you for coming on the show today because it takes a lot of strength to stand in the gap, especially when your loved one is missing and nobody knows where they are. And I'm going to do everything I can to continue to try to bring awareness and support for you and your family. And once again, you're in my prayers. Your family's in my prayer. All the missing families that have a loved one that are missing are in my prayers right now. And I appreciate you for tapping in, Miss Hill. When we come back, we're going to head right here in Milwaukee, where a father of Javion Buford will be joining us. Javion been missing for over a year. Truth Nation, we're going to talk to his dad. Stay locked in right here on Tori Lowe.
We need each other, now more than ever. Because every someone needs someone else.
We need each other because when we work together, we can do so much more.
When we work together, we connect more children with what they need to grow up healthy, educated, and safe. And that's what Child Fund is all about.
Together, we co-create, support, and sustain connections that lead to greater well-being for millions of children facing poverty.
Which also benefits their families, their communities, their countries, and you.
Because when you make someone's world better, you make everyone's world better.
Child Fund. Because we need each other.
To learn how Child Fund works with children in 24 countries to achieve their full potential, visit childfund.org. That's childfund.org.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough. But if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. The Alzheimer's Association provides care, support, and research to help you take control of the situation with your family and manage the disease together. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Milwaukee's Black Talk lives here. You are listening to 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 101.7 The Truth News Update.
Hi, everyone. I'm Melanie Ricks with your news update. A criminal complaint shows that a Milwaukee police detective is facing a count of fourth-degree sexual assault and a count of disorderly conduct for allegedly groping a woman at a bar. The maximum amount of time he could face in prison for the two offenses is 1 year. The detective, whose wife was reportedly sick in the bathroom during his altercation with the victim, is accused of making several sexual advances in which he touched the victim in private areas. Detective Travis Jung was brought into custody near the Black Swan MKE events venue at Water Street in Buffalo around 12:30 a.m. on January 20th of 2022. The Milwaukee Police Department confirmed that it's investigating a sexual assault in this time frame, referring to Detective Jung as an off-duty MPD member. He was placed on full suspension when Milwaukee police began their investigation. Records show that he was released on a $250 cash bail later that morning, and details of the investigation are being forwarded to the Milwaukee County District Attorney's Office, although no charges have been formally submitted yet. After nearly a century in Milwaukee, Master Lock is reportedly set to shut down its manufacturing plant at 32nd and Center. The union says that it means hundreds of workers will be out of a job. United Auto Workers local chapter president Mike Bink confirmed that Master Lock employees were told on Wednesday afternoon that they will only have a job until the fall. According to the union, Master Lock told employees that they will stay employed until October and operations will completely ramp down by March. That means 333 jobs will be lost. Master Lock has not made any public comments about the closure. This was the news update on 101.7 The Truth. The Tori Lowe Show continues next here on the new 101.7 The Truth.
We need each other.
That's facts.
I need my sisters. I need my brothers out here.
A coward dies 1,000 deaths, and for all the bootlickers, may you die 1,001.
The place for the realest conversations.
Tory Lowe want all the action, or you want all the smoke? Oh, this thing. I'm with all that smoke too, man.
I didn't see Ron Johnson. He trash. Chisholm is trash. How the hell you here to help us and your kids are dying in the street?
I understand that this is Milwaukee and everyone believes that if someone say something, it's snitching. It's not.
I don't care if it's the pastor. If you see the pastor ain't acting right, you check that fool. Where's the results?
Talking topics that need to be highlighted and discussed in our communities.
Would you trade places with a black person?
Yeah, sure. No, I would not.
Have you ever said the N-word? Come on, be the truth. We on the truth.
Unfiltered and unfazed. This is the Tori Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth and The Truth app.
The reason I believe that racism is getting worse is because whites know that they will be outnumbered in about 20 to 21 years. They're going to be outnumbered.
Hey, Tori, man. How are you doing, brother? I'm actually from India. We brown people can totally relate with you. Sometimes it's like, did that just happen to me?
We have to not let the government mind us either.
That cop ain't never been brought to the public because he ain't normal, and he may not even exist no more.
Say no more. Release the video.
You know, you keep on doing what you're doing, man. You're going to take over this talk radio, man. Just keep on focusing on what you're focusing on. I wish you a lot of love.
God bless you, brother.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio in Milwaukee, here is Tori Lowe.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tori Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tori Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
101.7 The Truth. Tori Lowe. Tori Lowe Show, live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Welcome to the second hour of the Tori Lowe Show this Thursday, May 25th, 2023. The Tori Lowe Missing Special. I think everybody who have came on the lines, the mother, Georgia Hill, talking about Lashiki Hill out of Racine missing. Vera Giles Norris, an advocate for Missing Please Come Home Global Alert out of Chicago, for tapping in with us. But Truth Nation, I got another situation out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. A Milwaukee father says his 25-year-old son has been missing for over a year. His son, Javion Buford, has been missing since November 16, 2021, and this ain't even been covered by the mainstream media. This ain't even been covered. But we've been talking about this. Let's bring Miss on the lines. How you doing, Miss?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, look, for those who are just listening, who don't know about the situation, tell them about your son, Javion. What type of person was he?
Well, my son, he's not a confrontational person. He's a loving and caring young man. And, real smart, and, he's just a good person all the way around, man.
When did you find out, when did you become aware that your son, Javion Buford, was missing?
It was up in November 2021 after my birthday. His brother had called me and asked me was he with me. I had told him no. And he was like, Javion missing. I'm like, what you mean? It's like Javion missing. So, I went by to check and see if he, returned home, and he didn't. So that's when I made the missing person report.
When you made the missing person report, how did that process go?
Well, they gave me the runarounds. I filed it, filed the report. And then I was going to the station to check up on it to see if they had any new information, see if they had contacted his mom's side of the people, where he stayed at with his mom. And, nothing was done. So they wasn't cooperating with me. They wasn't even looking for him to even start. So, that's just been the story. That was the beginning of it, though.
Now, when about time I got involved in this situation, it had been over a year. And we've been talking about it on the Tori Lowe Show because this story has not gotten any type of mainstream coverage. Why you think so? Why do you think your son can go missing for a year and not one news outlet picks this up?
I don't know, really. The only thing that the police told me was that, to get it on the news, there was a couple of little hurdles that, I have to do. And by me, it was like a couple of months when I started asking about, how did I get it on the news and all that. And they said it was kind of too late or whatever. So I decided to, I got, and, hooked up with you. And, it's been a more smoother pace, going forward since you got involved.
Now, what has happened?
Thank you for that.
Have you been contacted by the police? What's going on now with your son in this situation?
The police came, been keeping in contact with me more than they did in the beginning, letting me know what's going on, and they told me it's going to be a process. It's going to take a minute, but they working real good with me and my family, and keeping me updated on what's going on.
How has the disappearance of your son impacted your daily life?
man, you know what I'm saying? I just wonder, you know, I did the flyers, you know, took my time out to, and you know what I'm saying, hand out flyers, post flyers in the neighborhood that he just mysteriously popped up, you know what I'm saying, missing. And, you know, it's just taking a toll on me, you know what I'm saying, because I don't know, you know what I'm saying, nobody really has no answers as of yet of what's going on, or, you know what I'm saying, where my son could possibly be.
Now, I finally saw the police post a missing persons flyer with your son on it.
Oh, yeah, that was they did it on Facebook and then on their website. So, you know, they, you know what I'm saying, it's on there now. So, you know what I'm saying, that's a good thing, you know what I'm saying, to have people aware of, you know what I'm saying, if they see them, or, you know, if they know something that, you know what I'm saying, to call the police.
Salute to Officer Vines from Sensitive Crimes for getting involved in that situation, to where now the police are involved. They have posted him as a missing person. What kind of support have you been receiving from the family and the friends and the community around you?
Well, you know, my side of the family, you know what I'm saying, is you know what I'm saying, real supportive in the whole thing with my son, and then you know what I'm saying, his friends as well, that you know what I'm saying, that care about him and everything. You know, they reach out, you know, asking me if I got any updates or anything to see how things going. You know what I'm saying, it's nothing but love. You know what I'm saying, so. You know,
but the mother side of the family,
that's where we at right now.
The mom side of the family, have they been working with you to try to get this done? Because last time I checked, that wasn't the case.
No, I heard, you know what I'm saying, as far as his mom's side, they the big disruption when we had the search party and confrontations had jumped off, to where, you know what I'm saying, the police made me and my son leave the area, and his best friend and her mom and the rest of the search party. So, you know, they you know, just did that.
Now, look, once again, Truth Nation, we're on the lines with Mensa, the father of Javion Buford. He's been missing out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin since November 16th, 2021. And the father did a search party, and some drama popped off with the mom side. Now, on the mom side of the things, that's where he went missing, from the mom's house.
Yes, it did.
So why haven't they been more active, or you feel they haven't been as active as they should when it comes to Javion?
This family is, you know what I'm saying, as far as I know, that, you know, they still haven't tried to put no effort into seeing where his location, where, you know what I'm saying, where he disappeared to, you know. It's just, you know, like I said, it's processes that, you know, his mom's side got to go through just as well as my side did as well. So, you know, that's where it's at right now. You know what I'm saying? It's just getting his mom's side of the family to cooperate.
Now, it's been over a year. Do you feel that Javion will return home?
You know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard, you know what I'm saying? You know, I want him, you know what I'm saying? I want everything to be okay with him, but it has been so long that, you know what I'm saying, I just don't know now, you know? You know what I'm saying? It's hard to fathom it right now, you know, but, you know what I'm saying, I'm staying positive, you know what I'm saying, in the whole thing. And you know what I'm saying, I'm just wishing for, you know what I'm saying, for him to come home.
Hey, look, I just wondering how are you coping right now? Are you getting help? Are you getting counseling? How are you coping with all of this?
No counseling, you know what I'm saying, right now. You know what I'm saying, it's just, you know what I'm saying, I'm just, my mood is down, you know what I'm saying. It's just, you know, I want to know a lot, And, you know what I'm saying, I just can't, you know what I'm saying, it's hard, you know what I'm saying, for a parent, child to go missing, you know what I'm saying, no matter what the age is, you know what I'm saying, you still go through something, you know what I'm saying, to connect with your kids, you know what I'm saying, you have a bond. And that bond that me and my son shared is, you know what I'm saying, is not there. I don't feel them like I used to, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying, it's a lot that I'm going through mentally with it, but I'm just trying to stay sane at the same time because I'm his voice right now. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's my main thing. Man, it's hard, brother.
Look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we on the lines with Mensa, the father of Javion Buford. When we come back, I want to ask you, what do you think law enforcement agencies could have done different to handle your son's situation? How do you feel about that? We're going to talk about it when we get back. Truth Nation, Tory Lowe Missing Person Special will be back. Stay tapped in. We're going to give them a break to rest.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
1017 The Truth and Associated Bank have teamed up for our Black-owned business give back. Each quarter, we'll be giving away $6,000 worth of free commercial advertising for 3 months to 5 Black businesses. To sign up for your business's chance to win $6,000 of commercial campaign marketing on the award-winning 1017 The Truth, visit blackbusinessgiveback.com. That's blackbusinessgiveback.com. Let's rebuild our community's backbone through exposure on the truth. For official rules, head to blackbusinessgiveback.com. Associated Bank, member FDIC.
As a veteran of our country's armed services, you may be experiencing hardships, such as the inability to pay rent, utilities, or receive other life-sustaining services. And once again, you're called upon by family to serve and protect. We want you to know we are here to support you. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin, with benefit approvals being issued to veterans in just days, not months. It's not easy to ask for a hand up, but we are clear in our mission. No Wisconsin veteran should ever have to face homelessness or lose heat, power, or water again. Apply today by calling 833-WIS-VRAP. That's 833-947-8727. Visit VRAPWI.com.
Locked inside every Wisconsinite is a unique code shaped by genetics, environment, and lifestyle. This code makes you uniquely you and holds clues to your predisposition to certain illnesses like diabetes, cancer, or depression. When you join the All of Us research program, you help researchers study ways to improve healthcare and receive health information that matters to you. Learn more. Visit allofus.wis.edu or call 888-294-2661. Answers are in All of Us.
May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and Penfield Children's Center Behavior Clinic is now accepting new patients in Milwaukee and Waukesha counties. Serving children up to age 6, Penfield's in-home mental health treatment model addresses behavior concerns and provides therapy for traumatic or stressful events. Their evidence-based model teaches parents and caregivers new skills and responses to address their child's challenging behaviors or emotional concerns. Visit penfieldchildren.org/behavior-clinic for more information or to request a free phone consultation.
Attention families, Milwaukee Public Museum wants to remind you that Kohl's Thank You Thursdays are in full swing. Receive free access to MPM's permanent exhibits on the first Thursday of every month. Milwaukee Public Museum would like to thank Kohl's for their support in making this program possible. Visit MPM's website today for more information and to book your reservations. mpm.edu/KTYT. That's mpm.edu/KTYT.
You are listening to the Tory Lowe Show Missing Persons Special on the new 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I've been drinking more alcohol for the past 5 days. Did you check on me? Now did you look for me? I walked in the room, eyes are red, and I don't smoke banga. Did you check on me? Did you check on me? Now Now did you notice me? Nobody we know the paranoia.
101, 7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Missing Person Special. Today we having families, organizers on the lines talking about a very serious issue going on in our communities. Missing people come home. Joining me on the lines is a father, Mensa. His son, Javion Buford, has been missing out of Milwaukee for over a year. And he's been reaching out to the community to bring awareness to this. How you doing, Mensa?
I'm just hanging on in there, brother.
Now, I wanted to ask you a question. What are some of the key changes you would like to see in the way law enforcement agencies handled your situation? And how do you think these changes could be brought about?
Well, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, when I made out the reports, you know, I wish they would have, you know what I'm saying, you know, did it in a timely fashion instead of just bringing it off as, you know, he's just a young black man and he's gone, you know what I'm saying? He left home or whatever. But, you know, I wish they would have did it, you know what I'm saying, exactly when I did the missing person report, then maybe, you know what I'm saying, some, you know what I'm saying, some things could have been brought to, or, you know what I'm saying, some questions could have been answered, you know what I'm saying, when I did the initial report. And, you know what I'm saying, not just taking it as that, you know what I'm saying, it's just another young black man out here, you know.
Do you think that black
record,
men get
you know,
the support when they file missing ideas for black men? Do you think that they get the support from the resources?
No, not to me, you know what I'm saying. If it was a mother, then, you know what I'm saying, they take it more, you know what I'm saying, they do it a little bit quicker, but it's unusual for the father to, you know what I'm saying, make missing person reports on their kids.
So the mother,
you know what I'm saying?
so the mother that he was living with never made a missing person report.
Well, no, she never made a missing person report. What she did was she went to the police station after I did, probably like a month or so later.
What?
And then tried to go file a missing person report, and they had told her it was already one done. But she already knew that I already had filed a missing person report.
So hold on. He goes missing. You find out, so you didn't probably find out he was actually missing until sometime after he probably went missing.
Right.
So
I don't know exactly how long it was, but I know for my birthday in November, where he usually call when I see him on my birthday, and from that time to the time that his brother called me was probably only a couple of days. And then I did a couple of days just dropping by to see if he returned. And then that's when I took matters in my hand and went to go file the report.
Why do you feel that the mother did not file a missing person report? Because he lived with her. He was on her side of the family, in her house.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I mean, me and his mom don't see eye to eye like that, but I have no clue, you know. I mean, I did it, you know what I'm saying, because that's my son, you know what I'm saying. I care about him. I want to make sure that everything is okay. But she didn't, and that's what raised suspicion in me, too. And, you know what I'm saying, but I don't know the real reason why. Or, you know what I'm saying, thought of a reason why she would not do that.
Now, I deal with missing all the time, and it's usually the mom that reaches out to me and say, hey, look, my child is missing, you know, like Georgia Hill, the mother of Lashiki Hill. She's fighting because her daughter is missing, and I'm not seeing the energy from the mother to say, hey, my son is missing.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, there's nothing, you know, she's not, I don't know what she's doing now, but in the beginning when it all started, it was more like, you know what I'm saying, she just overlooked it like he you know what I'm saying, like he's not gone nowhere. But, you know what I'm saying, he's gone. You know what I'm saying? He left, you know what I'm saying, whatever happened from your house, because this was the last place he was known to be, and now he just disappeared. You know what I'm saying? It don't make sense.
That math ain't adding up. I'm just saying. That math ain't adding up. If most mothers scream for their child when they feel that their child is some harm or something is going wrong. It's very rare that a dad has to file a missing person report because the mother gonna beat you to it. Interesting. Hey, look, I got another question. What is some advice you would like to give to other families of missing people going through a similar experience?
Man, don't give up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you really want to know, you know what I'm saying, if your loved one is out here, you know what I'm saying, you just got to stay on it. You know what I'm saying? Stay positive, and you know what I'm saying, do what you need to do. Just cooperate with MPD if they is involved in everything, and hopefully everything should work out.
How can the community help you right now? How could Truth Nation, those that are listening, how can we continue to support you and your fight to find your missing son?
Well, you know, I just, you know what I'm saying, the community, you know what I'm saying, is very supportive, you know what I'm saying, and, you know, I mean, I just need the support, you know what I'm saying, you know, I would do the same for anybody else, you know what I'm saying, if I saw anything for a missing person report, you know, I report anything that I see or whatever, you know what I'm saying, just, you know what I'm saying, community, just stay, you know what I'm saying, just help me stay strong and help see me through this and see my son home and see my son come home safe.
Now, before we get you off the lines, Mensa, if somebody's listening that knows information about what took place with your son or may have been involved in what happened with your son or may have information that they may not be coming forward with, what do you want to say to them?
Man, just, you know what I'm saying, talk to the police, you know what I'm saying, there's Javion, you know what I'm saying, he would do it for you. You know what I'm saying, he loved everybody, you know what I'm saying, just whatever it takes, man, just go ahead and do what you got to do. Talk to those necessary people so we can go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, bring Javion home.
All right. Hey, look, I appreciate your strength. Once again, you always going to remain in my prayers, and I'm going to always try to do my best to try to support you in your fight to find your son. I'm happy that you were able to get the strength to come on the lines today. And like I said, you have my support, and I'll do whatever I can.
Thank you, Tori, man. I appreciate it, brother.
God bless you, Mensa, for coming in on the show today. Hey, look, these are difficult situations, and many times when people are going through these type of situations, they just need our support. They just need us to get involved many times and bring awareness. I always say somebody know what took place. Somebody know what happened. And it's up to us to help us. Ain't nobody coming. Ain't no Superman coming. And everybody that I brought on this show, the families, organizers, people that deal with this, we on the front lines. We not getting paid for this. And I've been doing this for 13 years. It's what we have to do. Hey, look, the Tori Lowe Missing Special, we back. Stay locked in right here on Tori Lowe.
The Tori Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Life's better with a home policy from American Family Insurance because you'll feel protected no matter how the wind blows. All so you can keep enjoying the home of your dreams. And our expert agents can help you save up to 23% when you bundle home with auto. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. American Family Insurance. Get a quote? Find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Join 100 Black Men as they host the program Where Do We Go From Here, highlighting topics surrounding Healthcare 2.0, long COVID-19, diabetes, and related mental health issues in the African American community. The COVID-19 pandemic has been declared ended. Has it ended in the Black community? In a program made possible by the Morehouse School of Medicine and National COVID-19 Resiliency Network, join us Wednesday, May 24th at 6 p.m. with a rebroadcast on Saturday, May 27th, 10 a.m. right here on the new 101.7 The Truth.
It's time to see what's poppin' with Melanie Ricks.
What's up, everybody? It's Melanie Ricks, and it's time to see what's poppin' with today's Pop Culture Report. All right, I don't know about y'all, but I feel like it's finally time to set the record straight about Jamie Foxx's health. Beloved triple threat Jamie Foxx made headlines last month when his daughter announced on social media that her father was looking for prayers. She wanted good vibes sent their way. She said that there was something serious going on. Now, naturally, we all freaked out, okay? You don't really hear too often about medical scares when it comes to Jamie Foxx, but any medical scare at all, whether it's small or large, it's going to sound the alarm. The issue with this one, we don't know if it's medium. We don't know if it's extra large, if it's extra small. We have no idea. There hasn't been too much information given. Now, I will admit, it's not our business, in theory, to know exactly what's going on with this man's health. It's giving HIPAA. However, if you tell us one thing, tell us everything. Don't just give us a little nugget and ask for all of these prayers and well wishes, but then don't update us on what exactly we're praying for and what exactly we're wishing upon him. Who knows what is what? What I do know is that it was announced this week that Jamie and his daughter Corinne, the same one who sounded that initial alarm, are set to co-host a brand new show that will debut in 2024. So I'm a little confused. The timing of this announcement is a little odd for me. Just to be clear, I am not doubting that he was in the hospital, that he did need our prayers and well wishes. But again, if you're going to give us a little bit, give us all of it. Tell us everything that is going on, because he is a public figure and you made this a public matter. I hope it's not a publicity stunt to promote this new game show. I would like to think that we're not playing with people's health like that in the year 2023, but at this point, it could be really anything. Regardless, I'm still praying for you, Jamie, and I can't wait to see you bless our screens in 2024. But please don't ever scare us like that again. Thank you.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Greg Matzik. Block 1 of organized team activities wrapping up today for the Green Bay Packers. Quarterback Jordan Love settling in on the field and as a leader.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's one of those things, just keep building it every day, stepping up as a leader more and talking more, just being more vocal with guys.
Block 2 of organized team activities begins May 30th. Brewers begin a 4-game series against the Giants tonight at American Family Field. Milwaukee working off back-to-back shutout wins over the Astros. They begin today 2 games up on the Pirates for first place in the NL Central. Here tonight's game on 620 WTMJ with coverage beginning at 6:05. And in the NBA, it's the Heat and Celtics, Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Finals. A Miami win puts them in the NBA Finals against the Denver Nuggets. This sports update presented by Associated Bank, proudly supporting our hometown teams. Member FDIC.
This is the Tori Lowe Show Missing Persons Special on the new 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Man, getting young till I fade out. If the vibe no pure on my way out. Bula balu, anytime we stay about. The men them outside, we know they house. No they look for us, we know they house. No they see the move, we don't spray out. Thank God, said like I'm a dumping. Okay, oh, see, I'm ahead of them, I see what you. I'm a fucking baller, you got only me. No man fit talk this shit to me. Me, you go call it. Oh, see, I'm on me, the leader, she what you. I'm a baller, you got only me. No man fit talk this shit to me. Me, you go call it. Oh, cheers to my friends and kill. When I call them, I all pulling up. We strapped up with the and the sword and in spring. To anybody will try to test me. I'm your dad, I'm your uncle, I'm your popsy. I be old man, no go, they call me Gen Z. Brother C, steady giving them gap, multi love far. They can never near me. I smile lover, just go. My old me wife, don't show. I'm on my polo white, my face show. Sweet boy for life, you don't know. You're serious, babe, they worry.
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Missing Person Special. Hey, look, I appreciate all of the families that have tapped in today. Difficult situations, many times tough to talk about when a loved one has been missing and you don't know what took place. But this situation, we're going to swing over to Plattsville, Wisconsin, where Ronald Henry went to work. He went over there to work, and this was back a few months ago. And he went missing. And recently, there was a report that came out March 6th that his body had been found. But before we bring his mother on the lines, let's listen to what they're saying that's going on in Plattsville, Wisconsin.
Ronald Henry, who was missing since December, was found dead on the other side of the state in rural Grant County. NBC 15's Michelle Beck speaks with loved ones crying for justice and details the search that still leaves the family with unanswered questions.
It's hurting the whole entire family. And I don't understand why would they put us through this after 3 months.
The confirmation Ronald Henry is dead comes exactly 3 months after he went missing. Hearts shattered. His mother and aunt are also suspicious.
Ronald would do nothing to nobody to deserve what he's gotten.
The possibility Henry was killed is not off the table. With the help of K-9, a helicopter, and investigators from the state,
we searched that 2,800 acres. It was all of this.
Sheriff Nate Dreckman shows how the scope of the search was based on a ping of Henry's cell phone. This was the Platteville area horse farm where Henry had worked.
So we stayed within that cone because that makes the most sense, because the data is saying he should be in this area. And unfortunately, it was just outside of that area.
Sunday, it wasn't officials who found Henry, but beyond their search area, a 14-year-old boy out looking for deer antlers.
Here's what else the sheriff told me. About a mile south of these woods, in a ravine, Henry was found with clear signs he had been out in the elements. As for how long he was there, only an autopsy can tell.
Do you personally have any regrets about the search that was done?
Absolutely not. No, because it was well planned. It was well structured based on the data that we had. You know, otherwise we're looking for a needle in a haystack. We had to base it on the data that we were given.
An autopsy is set for later this week, and it could give families some clarity.
We want to know, what did you guys do to him? Why did you do it? You know, and how did he just appear like this? We want justice. We want them locked up.
Hey, look, this is one of the situations where I'm just appalled by how this was handled. Ronald Henry was loved by his family and friends, and the family deserves answers, and the family deserves justice. Joining me on the lines is his mother, Tanya.
And
how you doing, Queen?
I'm doing okay.
Now, this situation has a lot of moving parts to it. But before we get into that, who is Ronald Henry?
Ronald Henry is a son, he's a father, and he's a friend.
What type of person was he? What type of personality did he have?
He was the light. He was a joy. Whenever he came, he just made people laugh. It was always a big smile on his face. And if in every picture you would see, he always smiling, and he's always laughing. He just kept people happy.
When did you become aware that something may have happened to your son?
Well, I got a call December 5th, and so they just said that he was missing. They said he walked out into the woods and all this stuff. So I just said, well, sometime Ronald know Platteville. He lived there for 8 years, so he probably went by a friend's house. But when I haven't heard from Ronald within a day or two, because Ronald called me almost every day or every other day. And when I didn't hear from him and nobody could get in touch with him, I knew something was wrong.
And this is out in Plattsville, Wisconsin, an area that he was familiar with, that he had friends out there.
Yes, he lived there for over 8 years.
When did you know that you had to take action? And what kind of support did you get once you started trying to make moves to find out what happened?
The only support that I feel that I really got is from family and friends. I don't feel that the police really gave me any really kind of support, because every time we get a lead or say something and give them that what we have, it seemed like it'd be thrown over their shoulder and said, no.
Well, when you listen to the reports from the media, you hear the police talking that they did searches and things like that, but your family was actually out there looking for him. What took place?
Yeah.
Give us the story on what took place with the searches.
I know one of the first search, they say they had cadaver dogs and drones and things like that. And I'm not trying to hear that because he was found 1 mile away from the area.
Right.
They say they pinged the phone, and they say they pinged his phone, and so the area that he was found, his phone was still there. So why they couldn't find it?
Hold on. So you saying that they pinged his phone, they did this search, they said they searched a 7-mile radius, but he was found 1 mile away from where he was supposed to be.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
And they said the dogs lost the scent. His scent only it ended at the end of their driveway. So if and they talking about maybe it was too cold for the dogs to pick up any other scent. They just trying to lead us in all different type of directions. I don't know what they really was trying to do.
Now, this happened in Plattsville, Wisconsin. Did the Plattsville, Wisconsin community come out to help?
Yeah. People that known him, some of the community came out. I know the last search that they said they had was with the firefighters and the police officers. They did that search, and they still didn't find anything. But then a week later, this when the Amish boy found them.
Do you suspect foul play when it comes to your son?
I really do. Yes, I expect foul play, because there's no way Ronald is going to leave out, if he was hallucinating, drunk, or whatever, leave out in the middle of the night, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and walk into no woods.
Because the first stories was he walked off into the woods and disappeared.
Yeah.
But you knew that wasn't the case.
Oh, I know it wasn't the case.
Now, he's familiar with the area. It ain't like this is an area that he haven't been in.
Exactly. He ain't been on that farm numerous of times.
And these were with
numerous of times.
Now when he went out on the farm, was he the only black person on that farm at the time? Like, was it a diverse idea, or was he one of the only black people in that situation?
No, he probably he was a dot. He was the dot. Yes, he was.
What do you feel took place with your son? How do you feel that this ended up in the space?
What I'm saying, I'm just trying to say. They say that he walked into the farm. How they know he walked up into the woods?
Right.
This is what I'm saying. They keep on. They saying he went into the woods. How y'all know he went into the woods? So did y'all see him go into the woods, or did y'all take him into the woods?
Now I'm disturbed because they said the body was found by a 14-year-old looking for deer antlers. A mile away from the farm. They said they had this huge search with the dogs and things like that. They said they got the phone ping. They even said that he had a voicemail message that he called somebody.
The next day. Yes, the next day. They said he called the next day, that he left that morning, like whatever time. I don't know what time I never really got the real time that he left up out of the house. But they say that he left out of there Sunday, and he called them Monday afternoon around 11:30, 12 o'clock.
Truth Nation, I'm on the lines with Tanya, the mother of Ronald Henry, who went missing in Plattsville, Wisconsin. Queen, thank you for coming on the lines because I know this is a tough situation, but do you feel that this situation was handled properly?
No. I think they was very, very messy with it.
And this is the authorities, the people that were supposed to figure it out.
Yes.
Do you think that there's some type of cover-up going on?
Yes, I do, because they all are friends with the people who own the farm.
So have the people that he went to go see, which from what I'm hearing, these were his friends, some people that he trusted.
Yes.
Have they reached out to the family?
No. Not one time have them people called me, not one time.
No condolences, no nothing?
Nothing.
Wow. And when they talk about his body, they're talking about an autopsy that could have been done. What's going on with the whole autopsy situation?
Well, they want to say that his death was accidental, and that he died of hypothermia.
Wow.
And but if you die of hypothermia that night when it was cold that night, how can you make a phone call the next day in the afternoon?
It's impossible.
And then still die of hypothermia. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. They need to get it right.
Wow. Well, Tanya, look, we're gonna run the break. I want to ask you a question when you come back. How are you coping with this situation, and what advice can you give families that's going through similar situations? I want you to talk to Truth Nation when we get back. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
June is National Homeownership Month, where we promote the benefits of home ownership and recommit to creating opportunities for future homeowners. Tune into 1017 The Truth all month long, where you will get information and resources and hear interviews promoting home ownership in our community. At the core mission of National Homeownership Month is the belief that every person deserves the chance to live with security, dignity, and hope in a place that they can call home. National Homeownership Month on 1017 The Truth is presented by Axe Housing and BMO Harris Bank.
This is your Planned Parenthood Advocates of Wisconsin Minute.
Justice is about receiving what we deserve. Quote Audre Lorde, who said, "There is no such thing as a single issue struggle because we do not live single issue lives." And that said, any freedom, including reproductive freedom, is our human right to decide what is best for our own lives. Reproductive freedom is about having bodily autonomy, which is the same as being able to control what happens to our bodies, including the decision to continue or terminate a pregnancy, rests with the pregnant person at all times and in all circumstances. Because when rights don't apply to all individuals and at all times, they are not rights. They are not rights. And as Black people, our rights are conditional way too often, whether we're talking about during police encounters, quality housing, or, some job opportunity.
This has been your Planned Parenthood Advocates of Wisconsin Minute on the new 1017 The Truth.
Attention families, Milwaukee Public Museum wants to remind you that Kohl's Thank You Thursdays are in full swing. Receive free access to MPM's permanent exhibits on the first Thursday of every month. Milwaukee Public Museum would like to thank Kohl's for their support in making this program possible. Visit MPM's website today for more information and to book your reservations. mpm.edu/KTYT. That's mpm.edu/KTYT.
They are our cuddlers and coworkers, purr machines and love bugs, and constant companions. They are our pets, our family, and they make life so much better. When we face unexpected challenges in life, so do our pets. That's why we're on a mission to support people who love their pets, and the pets who love their people, ensuring these families stay exactly where they belong, together. And you have something to offer. With an open heart and mind, there is nothing you can't do. There's no gesture too small or too big when it comes to helping. Whether donating a bag of kibble, sharing an Instagram post of a lost cat, or welcoming a foster pet into your home, every bit of kindness counts. You can help keep pets and people together. Visit petsandpeopletogether.org to learn how to be a helper in your community. This has been a public service announcement brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
You are tapped into the Tori Lowe Show Missing Persons Special on the new 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Sabi girl no dey too like talk. Animals dey in human form. Body man nobody like work, but you must hustle if you want job. E no finish dem wan fight us. If dem dey run dem no fit catch up. I know dey form say I too righteous. No con dey form say you too like us.
1017 The Truth, Tori Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the 1 and 2s. The Tori Lowe Missing Person Special is going on right now, and we're joined by a mother of Ronald Henry, who went missing in Plattsville, Wisconsin. Tanya, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
Now, how are you coping with this situation? Are you getting the support you need right now? Many times when people go through these type of situations, it's just a lot going on, a lot of stress. How are you coping?
I'm coping well. I get the support from my children and my family.
What do you want to tell those other mothers and other family members that are going through a situation like this? What is your advice to them?
Never just take the first thing they're saying. Always don't give up. Don't give up at all. They tend to tell you something to make it sound so believable, but stick with your heart, your gut feelings about it, and because if you know your child, you know that what really happened. Especially if you know your child as close, if you was that close to your child as I was with my son, you would know.
Because you know his behaviors, you know that he's going to call you. You're going to know that he's going to tap in, and nobody's going to tell you different.
Exactly.
What are some of the changes you would like to see in the way of law enforcement agencies and how they dealt with your situation?
Work with the family. You know, don't just put them on a back burner. You know, the family could really help more enough, because people won't come to the family before they come to the police.
Mm-hmm.
And listen to us. Don't just keep on brushing us off.
How can we as a community continue to help you and your family, or what can we do to help you?
Right now, there ain't nothing that could bring Ronald back. I just want justice. That's all I ever ask for is justice for Ronald, because he have a son. You know, they hit his father. I mean, you know, away. They took my son's best friend away. You know, took best friends of other people away, nephew, grandson. I mean, they just, you know, and we just want justice.
Wow.
Because if it was one of them, as I say them, they'll be fighting. There'll be somebody accounted for it.
What do you want to say to anybody that's listening that know what took place and maybe could come forward with information to help you get justice for your son?
I feel, don't be scared, because by you giving the information, there's nothing that's going to happen to you. It's just that information is very well needed. And I mean, if they love Ronald like they say they do, all his friends and all the people in Platteville, they'll come forward. They'll come forward with the information and quit being scared, because it could have been one of them. It could have been their brother.
Well, I appreciate you for coming on today, Tanya. I know that it's a tough thing that you're dealing with, and you have my prayers and condolences. And like I said, we can press ideas by continuing to bring awareness to what took place with your son in Plattsville, and hopefully God would touch somebody's heart to come forward and tell the truth.
Yeah.
And I thank you for coming on the show today. You have my number, so if you need anything to bring awareness or anything that I can do, just let me know. I appreciate you for coming on the show today.
All right. I appreciate you. Thank you.
All right. God bless you. Hey, tough situations when it comes to dealing with these situations, especially black men. When we come back, we're going to swing over to Janesville, Wisconsin, and talk to the family, the mother of Christopher Miller, who went missing in Janesville. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Tune in to the new 101.7 The Truth Business Spotlight this Thursday at 3:57 p.m. between The Tory Lowe Show and Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. We will be speaking with Jim Brzezinski, partner and attorney at Tabak Law, and as Memorial Day approaches, we will speak with Jim about why Tabak Law is so passionate about fighting for veterans' benefits. So again, that is the Business Spotlight with Tabak Law this Thursday at 3:57 p.m. on the new 101.7 The Truth.
Here at the new 101.7 The Truth, we aim to be a staple in Milwaukee's Black community. We are committed to partnering with local organizations and supporting Black-owned businesses. We are proud to call Milwaukee our city and promise to be a positive reflection of our community. We look forward to celebrating Black culture and excellence with you every day as we make history and continue to uplift the voices in our city. Join us for the journey at the new 101.7 The Truth, founded by American Family Insurance. Milwaukee Black Talk.
We need each other, now more than ever. Because every someone needs someone else.
We need each other, because when we work together, we can do so much more.
When we work together, we connect more children with what they need to grow up healthy, educated, and safe. And that's what Child Fund is all about.
Together, we co-create, support, and sustain connections that lead to greater well-being for millions of children facing poverty.
Which also benefits their families, their communities, their countries, and you.
Because when you make someone's world better, you make everyone's world better.
Child Fund. Because we need each other.
To learn how Child Fund works with children in 24 countries to achieve their full potential, visit childfund.org. That's childfund.org.
We didn't know what to expect. We were just left in a hotel.
My mom was doing drugs in the house.
Tay and Brianna spent years of their childhood in homes that weren't safe. They were placed in foster care and longed for a permanent, loving home.
I didn't know what my future was.
I wouldn't speak to anyone. I was afraid of everything.
With help from the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption, Brianna and Tay were adopted and now feel excited about their futures.
I'm studying to be a chef, and I really want to travel the world.
I'm going to be a mechanic, and I can focus on my career.
Right now, in the United States, there are more than 100,000 children in foster care, just like Brianna and Tay, who need a family now. Learn how you can help at davethomasfoundation.org.
Breaking news, weather, entertainment, and sports. We have it all here. This is 101.7 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 101.7 The Truth News Update.
Hi, everyone. I'm Melanie Ricks with your news update. A criminal complaint shows that a Milwaukee police detective is facing a count of fourth-degree sexual assault and a count of disorderly conduct for allegedly groping a woman at a bar. The maximum amount of time he could face in prison for the two offenses is 1 year. The detective, whose wife was reportedly sick in the bathroom during his altercation with the victim, is accused of making several sexual advances in which he touched the victim in private areas. Detective Travis Jung was brought into custody near the Black Swan MKE events venue at Water Street in Buffalo around 12:30 a.m. on January 20th of 2022. The Milwaukee Police Department confirmed that it's investigating a sexual assault in this time frame, referring to Detective Jung as an off-duty MPD member. He was placed on full suspension when Milwaukee police began their investigation. Records show that he was released on a $250 cash bail later that morning, and details of the investigation are being forwarded to the Milwaukee County District Attorney's Office, although no charges have been formally submitted yet. After nearly a century in Milwaukee, Master Lock is reportedly set to shut down its manufacturing plant at 32nd and Center. The union says that it means hundreds of workers will be out of a job. United Auto Workers local chapter president Mike Bink confirmed that Master Lock employees were told on Wednesday afternoon that they will only have a job until the fall. According to the union, Master Lock told employees that they will stay employed until October and operations will completely ramp down by March. That means 333 jobs will be lost. Master Lock has not made any public comments about the closure. This was the news update on 101.7 The Truth. The Tori Lowe Show continues next here on the new 101.7 The Truth.
We need each other.
That's facts.
I need my sisters. I need my brothers out here.
A coward dies 1,000 deaths, and for all the bootlickers, may you die 1,001.
The place for the realest conversations.
Tori Lowe, want all the action? Or you want all the smoke? Oh, this thing. I'm with all that smoke too, man.
I didn't see Ron Johnson. He trash. Chisholm is trash. How the hell you here to help us and your kids are dying in the street?
I understand that this is Milwaukee and everyone believes that if someone say something, it's snitching. It's not.
I don't care if it's the pastor. If you see the pastor ain't acting right, you check that fool. Where's the results?
Talking topics that need to be highlighted and discussed in our communities.
Would you trade places with a black person?
Yeah, sure. No, I would not.
Have you ever said the N-word? Come on, be the truth. We on the truth.
Unfiltered and unfazed. This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app.
The reason I believe that racism is getting worse is because whites know that they will be outnumbered in about 20 to 21 years. They're going to be outnumbered.
Hey, Tory, man. How are you doing, brother? I'm actually from India. We brown people can totally relate with you. Sometimes it's like, did that just happen to me?
We have to not let the government mind us either.
That cop ain't never been brought to the public because he ain't normal, and he may not even exist no more.
Say no more. Release the video.
You know, you keep on doing what you're doing, man. You're going to take over this talk radio, man. Just keep on focusing on what you're focusing on. I wish you a lot of love.
God bless you, brother.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio in Milwaukee, here is Tory Lowe.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show, live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 1017 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the third hour of the Tory Lowe Show, the missing person special. Hey, look, thank you to all the families and the organizers that came on the show. And we've been talking to different families from different parts of the state. Lashiki Hill missing out of Racine, Wisconsin. Javion Buford missing out of the city of Milwaukee. His family came to talk about what took place. Salute to all the mothers and fathers that have called in. Ronald Henry was missing out of Plattsville, Wisconsin. Now there's a situation that we have to pay attention to in Janesville. Near Janesville, this situation happened. Christopher Miller. Christopher Miller has been missing for a while now, and the family needs answers. Let's listen to what's going on with Christopher Miller.
It's the disappearance of a Madison man who reportedly led Wisconsin state troopers on a chase through Janesville. 27-year-old Christopher Miller has not been seen since the early morning hours of November 19th, when a state trooper tried to pull him over for speeding. Now, 2 months later, and Miller is still missing, and his family demanding answers from the agencies investigating his disappearance. So here's a look at that timeline of events. Miller ran away from troopers the morning of November 19th. 2 days later, November 21st, exactly 2 months ago, his family reported him as missing. Then nearly 3 weeks later, on December 10th, family and friends searched for him by themselves in the Janesville area where he was last reported to be seen. Now this morning, some of those family and friends protested outside the State Patrol office in DeForest. New tonight, our Braden Ross spoke with the family and is here to share what they want people to know. Braden?
Yeah, Christopher Miller's family is frustrated with what they see as a lack of transparency and urgency from law enforcement in the search for him. They tell me they still have a lot of questions. First and foremost, what happened?
A great dad, super funny, fun-loving, carefree, loved to listen to music, loved his family, his children.
Today marks 62 days since 27-year-old Christopher Miller disappeared without a trace.
For him to just up and disappear like this and not talk to his family is not like him.
The Rock County Sheriff's Office says a Wisconsin state trooper tried to stop Miller for speeding in Janesville in the early morning hours of November 19th. They say he then led the trooper on a chase before eventually getting out and fleeing. No one has seen him since.
We're hoping to get some answers.
His family says they've been asking law enforcement what happened, but haven't gotten the response they want.
We have had very little assistance, we feel like, from law enforcement in finding him.
This morning, they held a protest at the Wisconsin State Patrol office in DeForest in the hopes of getting some answers.
Something needs to be held accountable. Somebody has an answer,
and somebody needs to speak that answer.
They say the case has been tossed between the Wisconsin State Patrol, Rock County, and Madison Police, and it's not clear who's in charge of the search.
Nobody wants to be accountable for who dropped the baton, but if we hand it to all these different hands, who is accountable?
Now they're turning to the public and social media for help.
Speak. All you have to do, if you're on social media, share buttons. You know, if you're at the grocery store, the lady that's checking you out or the gentleman, hey, have you heard about Chris Miller?
If you could please just share stories about him. We're just trying to kind of keep his name and story in the public light.
All right. Hey, look, joining me on the lines is his mother, Tammy, the mother of Christopher Miller, who went missing in Janesville, Wisconsin. How you doing, Tammy?
I'm holding. How about you?
Now, this story seems like it's eerie to me because we all know where Janesville, Wisconsin is located. And we all know we've been told not to get stuck around those areas, when I was a kid, if you was black. Now, the last people to see him alive was a state trooper.
Yes.
What's going on? Before we get into the story, who was Christopher Miller? What type of person was he?
Oh my God. Christopher, he likes to joke. He's good with his hands. He loved helping his family. He loved his brothers. He was like my best friend. He always sing happy birthday to me. My birthday just passed, May 13th. He always sing happy birthday. I always sing happy birthday to him. He got a birthday coming up next Wednesday. He a good dude. He like helping people. That was his biggest thing. If I can help you, I'm gonna help you. He's a good dad, and he love his family.
His family was in Madison, Wisconsin.
We're actually from Chicago, but his fiance and his kids live in Madison. That's where he was at in Madison.
Now, he was trying to get to his family, his fiance, his children. They saying that he was pulled over for speeding or whatever. I saw a video of him being confronted with the officer. It seemed like the officer had a gun out on him.
Yes. He was actually coming from my house. That morning, he was coming from my house. He had been in Chicago picking up my grandson, his youngest brother's son, and they came back to the house. And he was on his way back to Madison. Yeah, the officer was very aggressive, pulled out a gun, and you see Christopher, run.
Right, and he had no coat on at that point.
No, he just had on a Nike jogging suit because he called me that night about 9 since I got off work saying that he needed to use my car. He's like, Mom, I will walk, but I'm cold. He said, I ain't got no coat. I'm cold.
And it's cold. This is December. This is around what?
This is November.
November.
This is like the weather.
Freezing cold.
November, freezing cold, below.
And this is happening around 2 in the morning? When did this situation take place?
We see Christopher going in the tow, the South Beloit to about between 2:07. This happened about between 2:15, 2:30
a.m.
That's around the time it happened. A.m. in the morning, yes.
And many times when you're off the highway, a lot of times the fields are clear. So it's not like in the city where there's multiple houses, places where you can go.
Yes.
Did you see the area?
Yes, of a field.
Did you see the area?
Yes.
What did it look like?
Yes, we've been over there more time. When Mallory first called me and told me everything was going on, State Patrol came there, I instantly got up and went. When I went and we looked, and I'm just like, I didn't see a sign of an accident. You just see nothing but field.
Right.
A lot of cornfields, soy field, just field. You see wood areas. Yes, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Now, he's running from the police that night because The officer on the video looked like he aimed a gun at him.
He did.
Now he takes off. Now nobody have heard from him or seen him.
Yes.
Since November.
Since November. 6 months later. It's 6 months. Well.
Now the family organized a protest.
Yes.
Tell us about the protest and why you organized it.
So we decided that we needed to make some noise to let them know that we serious about looking for him, because they had stopped searching for Christopher maybe about a week after he went missing. So us out there protesting was we want another search and another ground search. You know, we wanted different organizations to be involved that wants to help us. We wanted the community and the forest, to see what was going on. When we even went in Rock County and protest, we wanted the community to see what was going on, that my son been missing, and we're not getting any help of looking for him and finding him.
Now, how do you feel law enforcement responded to your cries for help to find Christopher Miller out there in the middle of Janesville, in between Janesville and Madison, Wisconsin?
I don't know if you listen to the audio, but it's one of our friends said, nobody wants to take accountability of who's in charge. And it's like now we're still, right now, waiting on a meeting that we wanted months ago. We're still waiting on State Patrol to hear back from them. And I feel like it's still no urgency. Still no urgency. We still want to sit down and have these meetings, because at the time that we had the first meeting, we didn't have the reports that we have now. So we want to know. We have so many questions, because after getting the reports, we just like, wait a minute, how come, why is this? Why is that? So many more questions. So it's like, it's still, now Madison has it closed pending, meaning if they get a lead, they'll open it back up. But it's so now it's closed pending. So we found out the beginning of April that Rock County did a search for Christopher and didn't even tell us.
Oh, wow.
I found out I had just text Thompson and say, hey, we're just wondering when you all going to do a search, because they told the Department of Justice they're waiting for the weather to break. March had started getting us some good weather, and he was like, we did a search Wednesday and this past Saturday, which was the 5th and I think the 8th, if I'm not mistaken. And I said, why come you all didn't let me know? He didn't have an answer. So I paid him a visit. I decided to pay him a visit unexpectedly, because now I want to talk to you in person. Why do you all have a search without letting me know? And his response was they didn't want the attention.
Oh, wow.
I said, you should.
Hey, when a person missing, don't you want the community to get involved?
Yes.
Don't you want attention?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Yes. They didn't want the attention. It was a rumor going around saying that the whole group was going to come to the search. And I told him, I said, when you all first reached out to me, when this all happened, you said you didn't want us there because you didn't want us to have evidence. And we abide by that rule. I just don't understand why you don't want us involved. And he didn't even answer the question. I said, it's amount of months.
Hey, what's going on with the lines? Hey, Tammy, we got some disruptions on the line. Hang up and call back. Once again, we got the mother of Christopher Miller missing out of Janesville, Wisconsin, and she's on the lines, but it seems like to be some type of disturbance. I hope that ain't the machine that they got that they be using to scramble. I hope not. But we're going to try to get her back. We're going to run the break. We're going to try to get her back on the lines, Truth Nation. Missing Person Special right here on the Tory Lowe Show.
Need a way to hype up your day? What would you do with $5,000?
That's what I'm talking about. Hey, you got five.
Hey, y'all just saved my life. Hey, I just started a program from some young people. I needed this.
Stay tuned into 1017 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway.
Hey, you got that
I've been waiting for you to call me.
For contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
Locked inside every Wisconsinite is a unique code that's shaped by your genetics, environment, and lifestyle. This code not only makes you uniquely you, it also holds clues as to whether you may be predisposed to certain illnesses like diabetes, cancer, or depression. And when you join the All of Us research program, you can get to know your health by receiving health information that matters to you. To learn more, visit allofus.wisc.edu or call 888-294-2661.
Life's better with an auto policy from American Family Insurance. No matter what dreams you're driving towards. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto coverage at the right price. You'll also save up to 23% when you bundle auto with home. American Family Insurance. Get a quote, find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Are you craving mouth-watering, unforgettable food? I'll Take a Bite of That has got you covered. Try their hot honey chicken with homemade honey infused with the best hot peppers, or their famous nachos. They have homemade seasonings on everything, from fries to burgers to chicken. Ordering online is a breeze and hassle-free. Just visit I'llTakeABiteOfThat.com for your pickup or delivery needs, or follow them on Instagram or Facebook. Visit I'll Take a Bite of That. It's amazing.
Hey, wouldn't it be great if life came with a remote control? You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind. Like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest. Uh-oh. Or that time you forgot to roll up your windows in the car wash.
Fantastic.
Yeah, a remote control would have come in handy then. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Life doesn't come with a remote control.
Yikes!
So you're on your own with the wasps. You have the power to take control of prediabetes. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its pre-diabetes awareness partners.
This is the Tori Lowe Show Missing Persons Special on the new 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I wanna be in your life until the night is over. I wanna hold you so tight, coming closer. It's been a hell of a ride, but every single moment you were there by my side. Whenever I'm broken, you make me feel
1017 The Truth, Tori Lowe Show, Missing Person Special. DJ Brother Z on the 1 and 2s. Joining me is the mother of Christopher Miller, who went missing in Janesville, Wisconsin. Tammy, how you doing? I think that they a little scrambling went on the line.
Yeah, I heard that.
Wow. But Christopher Miller, the last people that seen him alive, 2 a.m. in the morning, around 2-something in the morning, in November, freezing cold. He doesn't have a coat on because he gets out of his car. There's video of an officer pointing like what looks like a gun at him. He takes off into the night, into these cornfields, and was never seen again.
Yeah.
Now, how do you feel that law enforcement could have handled this situation?
I feel like they should have took our concerns, should have been urgent. You know, I feel like as soon as we said this not like him, you know, can you go look? I think they should have just took everything a little bit more considered. Like we was thinking like, well, did they even look at the cameras that's right there facing where Christopher at? You know, why wasn't those things within a day or two wasn't looked at? Or was they looked at and we don't know, you know? And I just hope that the ones that are involved, I hope when this happened to, you know, when this happened to another family, they know what to do. I wish they would have brought in the resources that we have to, you know, have to reach out and ask. And it's like that's another issue that we're having is getting different search teams. We want a group called Wings of Hope to come and help us look for Christopher. You know, we have an issue with that. It's like all we need is for you all to give us the yes. Y'all don't even have to be there. Just let them come. Just invite them out here to help us find my baby. You know, so I just want them to just get the resources. We got the resources out here for stuff like this that's going on. Reach out to them. You know, don't tell an organization with, like y'all said, well, because he fled, we decided not to reach out to you all. That's not fair to me and to my family and to my grandkids that you all made that decision not to reach out to a resource that could have possibly saved my son's life, if that's the case. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
So it's like, just, man, reach out to the resources. That's what they lined up for. That's what they're here for. They're here to help us. Don't limit it because you all don't, because this is what they paid for these people to do. Because you all don't want it to, it ain't coming out your pocket. What is the problem? You know, urgency. Take this serious. People don't.
Do you suspect foul play?
You know, I've been trying to be so transparent, and I don't want it to be that. You know what I mean? I don't want law enforcement to be the reason why my son missing. I don't want it, I'm going to be honest, I don't know what to think. I don't know because I haven't found my baby. I don't know what's going on. You know, I just know he not here. I know that my baby would have called me because we talk 2-3 times a week or more every day. You know, we might have missed, maybe if we missed a couple of days or maybe he calling me. You know, so I don't know what to think. You know, I've heard he called hypothermia. And I'm like, you know, I had the lead investigator, which is Madison, say they think he got hypothermia. Well, where is he at?
But where is he at?
Exactly. I didn't do my research on how long it takes for hypothermia to set in, how long it takes for a body to unthaw. Like, it's warm. Where he at? It should be some birds flying. It should be an order. It should be something.
Now I heard some 911 calls of a person reporting something that night that they, and I did some researches on it. I did my research on this, and I seen some of the operators' responses to the caller. Have you heard those recordings?
Yeah, I have, and I think that's where we still kind of leery at, because when I asked Madison about the caller that called in, and I said, did you all bring him in? Did y'all sit him down? Did y'all interrogate him what he saw? And they were like, oh, he was from out of state. I'm like, was he from out of state, or is he from out of state, or both? So he's from out of state and was out of state. So that means you all didn't bring him in for questioning? You all just called him and said, hey, we got a recording saying you said this. Did you say it? They say he said no. How when he on recording?
Right.
He's not even from there. He saw something with his own eyes and was concerned. He was more concerned about the officer than he was concerned about what was going on.
Right.
So y'all didn't take heed to that?
Now, did the officers that night have body cameras on?
Yeah, they had body cams on. You see certain things. Everything been so redacted.
Okay, so because if they chased him, do you see the recordings of them chasing him?
No, you don't see them chasing him. You see when Chris get out the car and run, you see him saying, hey, he went out in the ditch. Then you see seconds. Now, later, he got back up saying, let's go to the car to see if anybody in the car. Then you see an officer, which we're still trying to get this footage, that pulled up on the scene, and his body cam cut off.
What?
And I'm like, yes. It's so mmany files. We got text messages from them joking, laughing, talking about the group. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
They were supposed to put a drone up that night. They didn't. They didn't get clearance from the airport, which you don't need a clearance when I think it's a G class, I think. We've been learning so much. A G class, which you're only going 400 feet. So you don't need clearance. And I'm just like, what do you do if a person go deranged or crazy, you don't put a drone up to look for this person out here just killing up. You know, what if that's the situation? What do you do?
Now,
so there's so many questions.
You've been to that area. How far you think he could have made it through those fields before the officers could have got on top of him? Because there's no houses for him to duck behind. There's nowhere to run. It's just open area, open field.
When we went over there, when we finally got the recordings, and actually we found out too, they was looking in the wrong location. I'm gonna put it out there. When we finally got it and found out exactly where Chris' car got disabled, we all went out there, and one of our searchers looking. When you go down there, if they say he went south out in that ditch, that hill is steep. We had trouble walking down that hill, so him running, we know he probably could have fell. We walking down, there's a wire fence. You go over there, there's a barbed wire fence. You have to go over that barbed wire fence. When you go over that it's a railroad track. It's a train track. When you get over there, there's another barbed wire fence. So it ain't nothing but field. So he either which way? Either because he gonna have. So first of all, him going over that barbed wire fence, mind you, my adrenaline is running. I'm running from the police.
He ain't got no coat on. He ain't got
no coat on.
Sleeveless.
None of that.
Now, if he going over barbed wire, it would be blood.
Yes, there you go. So that piece of fabric that y'all found, and we found out a month later that y'all found it. We still don't got DNA tested on it. We still waiting on them to come back too to see if it's even Christopher's. So it's like things like that, and it's just like the stall. What is the stall? And when I went to Rock County and talked to Rock County, and I said, well, what is the plan? Well, we don't even know. We're going to continue to search. Why not? Why not? When you all keep saying you don't have the manpower to do so, and we have people that want to help us, why not? Why you want to stop searching for my son? So we waiting on this meeting, hoping it's next week. I'm still waiting on State Patrol, but I think we're going to go ahead and just have a meeting with Rock County and wait for State Patrol, because I feel like now the questions that we gave them, they must be too hard for y'all to answer, because for months they wanted this meeting because they wanted us to forward these questions from the reports. We paused for a second, and we finally decided to do it. So now you all got the question. What's the problem? Y'all can't answer the questions now? The question's too hard? Because y'all got y'all reports to go back to.
And this is law enforcement. This is law enforcement. These are the people that taking taxpayers' dollars that's supposed to be out here to protect and serve.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. And I feel like Rock County get majority of it because they searching. You know, I think we didn't put a lot of pressure on State Patrol, because State Patrol, y'all the reason why we in this position. Because, you know, Christopher did, you know, let's be honest, he ran. So, yes, he fled, he broke the law. But when it became dangerous, I just wanted to know, like, when it became dangerous, once he hit that light pole, why y'all didn't stop? Why y'all didn't issue out a ticket? Y'all already read the license plate. What was it that you all were trying to do? And when the car got disabled, why were y'all look so busy trying to find evidence in the car instead of go looking for this person that just fled y'all? That's on foot. He on foot. So how far he finna get? But y'all trying to go to the car, or is that really what happened? Because the car ain't going nowhere. Y'all had all night to do that, to look in that car to see whatever it is y'all trying to find. This man just left and ran, got into a car accident, hit a light pole, got in a car accident, still got you on a high-speed chase. You chasing him down 120 miles per hour, but as soon as he get out the car and run on foot, you don't chase him?
Come on,
you don't look. How you gonna build a case? First of all, how you building a case on somebody that you ain't went and look for?
Wow.
You know, that's the reality of it.
What kind of advice?
We got so many questions.
What kind of advice would you give other families of missing persons going through these type of experiences?
Stay on them. Don't give up. You know, don't give up. Stay on them. Make sure you do your research and make sure you get all what you need. Get them FOIAs. So, you know, get them. Get them because it's going to, as you all see, I didn't know so many missing people was missing like this, Tori, until it happened to me. So they hit my doorstep. And it's like, you have to advocate and do all that you can for your loved one, because they're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. As you can see, they're not going to do it, because don't nobody just up and vanish. That's not how it works. That ain't how.
I agree.
That's not how it goes.
I agree.
You know? keep pushing, stay on their necks. Like exactly like we 6 months in and we still on their necks. It seemed quiet, but we trust me, we on their necks. We still, you know,
trying to get the paperwork straight.
Yeah, trying to get the paper, trying to get everything that we possibly can. And I'm just like, you know, I've been trying to. I remember when I first talked to you, and you know, you was like, be transparent. I've been transparent, right. But I'm like, I feel like it got to be some noise. Something got to shake. Something got to shake because it's just you all, because you feel like you're law enforcement, you all can just do what you want to do. And that's something that he told me. When I went to Rock County, he said, this is our investigation. I said, this is my son. Because if my son wasn't missing, he wouldn't even have an investigation. So I want to know the ins and out of everything that's going on when it comes to him. Because I'm the one that carried it and birthed him. Wow. So, you know, just stay on them. Stay on them. Just don't let up, you know.
How can the community help you and your family right now? For those that are listening.
Just, you know, it take, like they say, take a village to raise a child. It take a village to make a change. If they don't see us standing together when stuff like this happen, they're going to continue to do what they do to us. You know what I mean? If y'all, and people try to make it not to be about a race, it is. Because if this was, you know, a different, people would be together, searching together, you know. And I love the fact that we have the group and we have the suggestions and people are like, I got so many people that's trying to help us, that's been very advocate for us, for me and my family, and I appreciate them. But they got to see the numbers. If they don't see the numbers, they're not going to take these certain situations serious. And that's all it is. If they see that and I pray that my son's story make a difference. That's all I want. I want my son's story to make a difference. I don't want another family have to go through what we went through. I want people to say, this got to stop. It shouldn't be he's just another black man just missing. It shouldn't be another black girl missing. It shouldn't be another Caucasian, whoever. This not just for my community, for all the communities. It shouldn't just be that. It should be some stuff that needs to be done, and we have to do it together as a village. And if we don't, it's going to continue to happen.
Well, I thank you, Tammy. Once again, my prayers and condolences go out to you, your family. I appreciate your strength, because it takes a lot of strength to come on here and tell and be the voice of your son, Christopher Miller, and tell him what's going on, where he's at, you know, and the energy to fight these things, especially when it gets long and drawn out. Many times it gets stressful, but I appreciate everything that you're trying to do to bring justice and find out what truly happened to your son. And it just takes a lot of strength to do that.
It definitely do.
Well, like I said, you can always call in. You can always use my resources. Use me as a resource if you need be. And I appreciate you and your family for standing in the gap for Christopher Miller.
Yes. No
and
problem.
Thank you for calling in to the Missing Person Show today.
No problem. Thank you so much.
All right. God bless you. Wow, Truth Nation. Hey, look. This Missing Person Show has been packed with families. Salute to Vera Guile Norris for calling in from Chicago, discussing what took place with Armani Chambers years ago and how she's fighting to find missing people. We just got to take a stance. We just got to come together. It's going to take a multitude of us to turn these things around. When we come back, we'll be joined on the lines by Justice Wisconsin advocate and author Elizabeth Brown. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
This is the Tory Lowe Show Missing Persons Special on the new 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and Penfield Children's Center Behavior Clinic is now accepting new patients in Milwaukee and Waukesha counties. Serving children up to age 6, Penfield's in-home mental health treatment model addresses behavior concerns and provides therapy for traumatic or stressful events. Their evidence-based model teaches parents and caregivers new skills and responses to address their child's challenging behaviors or emotional concerns. Visit PenfieldChildren.org clinic for more information or to request a free phone consultation. On the Rocks Premium Cocktails offer modern twists on the classic cocktails. Developed by award-winning mixologists, the On the Rocks cocktails combine premium spirits and natural ingredients. Wherever you are, On the Rocks Premium Cocktails give you the convenience of bar-quality cocktails created with brands that you know and trust, like the Effin' Cosmopolitan and Hornitos Margarita. Pour over ice and enjoy. Please drink responsibly. On the Rocks ready-to-serve cocktails, 20 to 35% alcohol by volume.
June is National Home Ownership Month, and only 25% of African Americans in the city of Milwaukee own their homes, despite the fact that we make up 40% of the population. At the core mission of National Home Ownership Month is the belief that every person deserves the chance to live with security, dignity, and hope in a place that they can call home. That is why the award-winning 1017 The Truth is proud to announce our first annual home buying seminar on Wednesday, June 14th, presented by Axe Housing and BMO Harris Bank. This informative home buying seminar begins at 5 p.m., and we will have real estate agents, home buying coaches, and mortgage advisors on site to break down the home buying process step by step. We will have professionals there who can do a soft credit pull to review your credit history and to get you pre-approved for a home loan on the spot. Yes, on the spot, home loan pre-approvals. Limited spots are available, so go to 1017thetruth.com right now to secure your space. That's 1017thetruth.com to sign up for our home buying seminar on Wednesday, June 14th at 5 p.m., presented by Axe Housing and BMO Harris Bank.
Dear hero, whoever you are, you save lives. I live with sickle cell and the pain and the issues that come along with sickle cell every day. I've had lots and lots of blood transfusions over my lifetime, probably in the hundreds. Blood helps me to be able to live.
My final tour was in Afghanistan in 2008. I was hit June 3rd. The next thing I remember, I woke up in Germany. The doctor came in and said, "We're going to amputate your leg." I had to get a lot of blood transfusion to stay alive.
Because of you, I'm allowed to see my son grow up.
Because of you, I got a second chance at life.
Giving equals living. Give blood. Replenish the supply. Make an appointment to give today by visiting hhs.gov/giveblood. This message is brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat. According to a new special report on business and racial justice from the Edelman Trust Barometer, there's a big disconnect between employees and their bosses on DEI efforts. Gavin Lewis is a managing director at BlackRock and thinks the lack of progress might be because a lot of big companies don't have a way of measuring risk related to a lack of diversity.
Diversity, equity and inclusion is really, really important. It's important for the well-being and inclusiveness of employees. But what it doesn't do is it doesn't allow us to really understand how a lack of, for example, a group in an organization or their performance in an organization or representation affects the company's bottom line.
That's one reason Lewis wrote his book, The Opportunity Index.
The index is an attempt to quantify the risk of economic inequality.
Making clear metrics that show why diversity matters can help incentivize solving long-standing racial issues. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
You are tapped into the Tori Lowe Show Missing Persons Special on the new 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
So I chatty get even money. If you fall in love, Kelly satin. You go to breakfast, I'm not capping. Can you see dripple, I'm not catchy. I'm not faking this, no fugazi.
Tune in
feelings, I'm not catchy.
to 1017 The Truth Business Spotlight today at 3:57 p.m. between the Tori Lowe Show and The Truth in the afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. We'll be speaking with Jim Brzezinski, partner and attorney at Tabak Law. As Memorial Day approaches, we will speak with Jim about why Tabak Law is so passionate about fighting for veteran benefits. Again, that's the Business Spotlight with Tabak Law today at 3:57 p.m. on the new 1017 The Truth. Also, join 101.7 The Truth Street Team this Saturday, May 27th, at the annual Hilda Hood Block Party and Resource Fair. Hilda Hood MKE has developed a unique approach to building community collaborations with the goal of creating a more peaceful Milwaukee The Truth is proud to be there supporting the community and handing out Truth merch to all in attendance. So again, join us Saturday at noon at the corner of 8th and Burleigh as we celebrate the annual Heal the Hood block party. The 1017 The Truth Street Team is sponsored by UW Credit Union, here for every youth. Hey, look, joining me on the lines, Justice Wisconsin advocate and author Elizabeth Brown. How you doing, Queen?
Hey, King. Heartbroken. Thank you for being who you are. I'm telling you, it's like what you do and how you get people voices heard. Listening to all of these families, they pain is what they have in common. Their neglect from the system, Black individuals that go missing, 4 times more likely to be reported missing, and the zero to no focus when it comes to the public appeals, these big shows that take on these names, the urgency of Blacks missing and the lack thereof that receives zero to no support.
Man.
The failure. It reminded me of when we were looking for Major Harris.
Right.
And so many others. How they get the runaround. You violate these families over and over again when you slam doors in their face. We pay tax dollars and we get nothing. I'm talking about they got every excuse when it comes to doing their damn job, when it comes to us and our community, and wondering why things are the way they are, why serial killers come to our area first, because they know they're not listening. And this is why we, as the Black man, woman, and child, have to come together and be what it is that we looking for everybody else to do for us. It's time for us to make sure that we take care of us, because it's clear. Don't nobody give a damn about us. And at this point, we're not giving a damn. And that's where the problem has to stop and start today.
Hey, look, I'm amazed at each family that have had the strength to come on the show, talk about what's going on, to bring awareness, to be that voice for their loved one who they haven't seen in months. Powerful.
Years, Tori. It's sad and it's sick how we built this country, what we do every day, how we have been the battleground for every ethnic group to have the luxuries that they have. And when it comes to us, we continue to have to suffer. I'm sick of being strong. I'm sick of being resilient. I'm sick of my people having to be resilient and be the bigger person when it comes to everybody else. No, it's our turn. But to turn this whole thing around, we got to love Black back into power. We got to set the president.
Hey, look.
Because nobody else is doing anything.
Hey, look, Elizabeth Brown. Hey, look, I understand. I totally feel it. I feel the energy. I feel the gumption. I'm out here dealing with these families. This is my regular life. Y'all just getting a 3-hour special. Yeah. But, it's beyond, what I can actually say in 3 hours. But look, when we come back, I want to get your final thoughts on the show. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Here at the new 1017 The Truth, we aim to be a staple in Milwaukee's Black community. We are committed to partnering with local organizations and supporting Black-owned businesses. We are proud to call Milwaukee our city and promise to be a positive reflection of our community. We look forward to celebrating Black culture and excellence with you every day as we make history and continue to uplift the voices in our city. Join us for the journey at the new 1017 The Truth, founded by Gruber Law Offices, Milwaukee Black Talk.
Hi, I'm attorney David Gruber. After an accident, you need a trusted winning team on your side. For more than 30 years, Gruber Law Offices has helped Wisconsin families get the results they deserve. If you've been injured, call our firm today for a free consultation. We're available 24/7. Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. One call, that's all.
It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the new 1017 The Truth. Here is Sherwin Hughes with his truth.
When surveyed, people who live in metro areas are concerned about one thing and almost one thing exclusively, and that's crime. Since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, we have been concerned with violent crime. Teaming that up with warmer temperatures as summer approaches, the concerns are very real. Typically, violent crime is something that we associate with neighborhoods. But when violent crime hits downtown, its effects seem to be particularly pervasive. These are gathering places for social interaction. We want those places to be distinctly crime-free. Not to mention, when a criminal activity takes place in neighborhoods, it may not make the news, but if something happens downtown, then it will make the news every single night, therefore increasing the perception that violence downtown is actually on the uptick, when in fact, it is being reduced. Now, there are less people downtown because offices are not renewing their leases, and there's less white-collar workers that are going to work downtown every single day, which makes it seem like the prevalence of things like homelessness is actually on the increase when it is not. There's just less people downtown, making such prevalence even more apparent. To get crime under control, we have to be much more proactive, which it seems our Wisconsin legislature does not want to be. If we are able to make the necessary investments led by the people in the city of Milwaukee, we can make crime decrease in every single measurable category. Unfortunately, lock them up and throw away the key is not the way to go. We saw this with the 1994 crime bill, and lo and behold, 20 years later, we saw how incredibly and intensely racist that piece of legislation was. Because we're all very concerned about crime, let's not repeat the mistakes of the past and lock people up and throw away the key and think that is going to be the answer that we're all seeking.
This has been Truth Takes on the new 1017 The Truth. Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. You are listening to the Tori Lowe Show Missing Persons Special on the new 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
All's my life I has to fight. All's my life hard times like, yeah. Bad trips like, yeah. Nazareth, I'm f***ed up, homie, you f***ed up. But if God got us, then we gon' be alright.
We gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Huh? We gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright.
And when I wake up,
101.7 The Truth, Tori Lowe Show, DJ Brother Z on the 1 and 2s. Another powerful missing person special. Salute to all of the families and the organizer that came on from Chicago, Vera Giles Norris, that helped me actually down in Chicago when we were searching for Amani Chambers a few years back. So appreciate everybody from the front lines that's willing to make that sacrifice. Joining me on the lines is Justice Wisconsin advocate Arthur Elizabeth Brown. I want to get your final thoughts on the show, Queen.
I mean, saddening, but hopeful. Because again, when I look at the goal of this world, again, is backwards. They want you to believe that what's wrong is right and what's right is wrong. And when you have individuals like yourself who don't have a connection, I mean, you can be doing 1,000,001 things, but you out here because you love our people. So I just want to make sure that every one of us that's out here fighting every day for the righteous, that we're going up against the wicked, and the world would make us want to believe that we are being defeated. But as long as you have an individual like Tory, you have individuals that's on the front line that's willing to sacrifice. We leave our families every day to go and fight for other families because we understand the mainstream media is not going to give us what it is that we need. And the energies that have allowed you to become the media, which is powerful because we able to come on your show and speak the truth and let you know what's really happening. All of these families, it's not just one family. These are the families that you were able to fit in a 3-hour show. It's so many stories that's like their stories, especially in our community, in living rooms that we done sat in with people that look just like us, that continue to get neglected, get disrespected, treated like a criminal, and they pay taxes every damn day. Every day. And they're getting told every day in every way that they loved one's life don't matter, that their life don't matter. I had an individual who had called the police. It took them 3 hours. We're not just talking. We telling you what the facts is because we up close and personal and we dealing with it every damn day. So I want to shout out to all of those families. Anybody that's like me, anybody that's like you, the devil is a damn lie. We coming together and we making things happen because we got the power. The police can't solve a crime without us, the people. So we can do it ourselves. And that's what you're doing. So salute to you, salute the Truth Nation for tapping in, doing y'all research. Stop believing. Because it's a sad day when we have to fight for media attention when our loved ones is missing and we doing something positive, but they running you down to catch a story about the ills of our community. They're quick to pick up a story to spin a narrative. But now you got the Tory Lowe Show, all about Truth Nation. Continue to tap in, do your research. We got the power as the people. It's our turn. Let's get it done. Love and prayers up for every last one of those families. And we stand with you, and together we can do it.
Hey, look,
So
I
salute.
appreciate you for being on the front lines as well. We got a lot of work to do as usual, but we're going to take it one day at a time.
One day at a time. Let's get it. One love.
All right, Queen. All right, DJ Brother Z.
All right, Tory Love from 104. Let's get it.
Hey, look, Truth Nation. We went across the state of Wisconsin. Racine, Milwaukee, Platteville, Janesville, Chicago. We got eyes. We got eyes out there. And I appreciate everybody that's working to make this world a better place. Dr. Ken Harris up next.
Glittering may not be gold, don't let nobody play me. If you are my homeboy, you never have to pay me. Go and put your hands up, in times is how you stand up. LUP the man, cause a brand that the fans trust. So even if they ban us, they'll never slow my plans up.